And I regret them. I bet you do. Big guy, don't you? Look at y'all. Look at everybody here. Thank you so much for being here. Sorry, I'm a minute or two late. I need to fix myself. Hold on. All right, there we go. The cringe missing mimic. Agreed. Lord have mercy. We made it to Friday. So sorry I was not on the support group this morning. I think we'll be good to go for next Friday. So make sure you are around for that. Okay. Don't skip next Friday support group just because I didn't show up today and you're like, Sam's not coming. So we're not going to support the group. All right. Silent left hand. Nice to see you. Brioche, Charlotte, Christina, one stressed mommy. Hello. Drama B, Ham Hat, Fauntleroy. Fauntleroy coming out with the Shamrock Variety Pack. Boy, I kind of let that rebrand fizzle out, didn't I? It's totally fine. Hey, goodbye, Kyle. Nice to see you. Dale, Mandy, Sasse, Mama. Present will be listening in the background. TGIF, y'all. Totally fine. If you guys missed it, I see AK in the chat. AK and Alex had another banger of a stream last night. I was listening in the background for the majority of that as well. So if you have not listened to their stream from last night, make sure you do that. Feel free to drop the link in the chat. AK and Alex, if she's here, I don't know. I'm so behind on the comments. Lord have mercy. Anyway, hey, very good. Nice to see you. Goodbye, Kyle. The trifecta of Ron. He is depressing, self-righteous, and hard to look at. Hold on. Goodbye, Kyle. I want to scroll back up and see if I can't find that in the StreamYards because it is deserving of being on the board. I don't think it doesn't go that far. No. Hold on. Oh, yeah, it does. Hey, there's Tally. Hey, Tally. Salada. Okay, no, I don't think I can. That sucks because who was that? Goodbye, Kyle. That was a banger. Here's what I'll do. I have an idea. Hold on. Can I do it? Copy. Paste. I tell you what, where there is a will, there is always a way. There it is. Hey, look at that. Goodbye, Kyle. And then it says member 2 months. And maybe that's because Goodbye Kyle has the emoji next to his name, the 2-month member badge emoji, which is none other than Beglinda herself.
Hey, Keisha. Hey, Keisha. Hey, Keisha.
I forgot I had it on loop. Anyway, where has B-roll Beglinda been, you ask? I'm sure I'm not the only one wondering where B-roll Beglinda has painted herself off into a corner too. Sucks to be you, doesn't it? And things are getting spicy. You know, if you're not up to date, I'll give you a little Cliff's notes here. Cliff. Speaking of Cliff. See, I wonder if that is where the Grift Gang high ranking members have been off to the last, I don't know, 2 days or so. Do you think they're all pitching in and assisting Snifford and Husseth with their discovery? I don't know. The trifecta of Ron. He's depressing, self-righteous, and hard to look at. God, I love it so much. Hey, goofy, dumb, goofy, hoe, bitch. You guys, I'm so far behind in the chat. You could be telling me I'm on mute, and I'd just still be talking for like another 10 minutes. I'm so sorry. Anyway, hey, Catacorn Mermaid, Missing Mimic, Kalari, Charlotte, Gorly Pop. Hey, girl. Hold on. I got to put my foot on my little foot rest thingy. Goofy, dumb, goofy, hoe, bitch. Did I already say hi to you? Totally fine. Gothic, glitter, Gothic. You can't even Gothic. Yeah. I guess we could call you Gothic Glittereth, Jean. Did you get thrown out of Ron's Rumble last night? Gothic, was that you, girl? I figured it was. That was so funny. I loved it. Mia Moore, hello. Missing Mimic, Kissed by Fire. Thelma Lou. Honey West, nice to see you, Sleepy Jean. Rainy in the Desert, hello. God, look how far behind I am. Did you catch the Anna Nicole DC stream, The Audacity? Goofy Dumb Goofy Hill Bitch. They played some of it. I think that's what they were playing. Honest to God, I have never bothered with getting to know or even learn about the Anna Nicole person. Like, obviously, I'm familiar with the name. I'm familiar that she's like a little gnat that just kind of irritates literally everybody across the board to one degree or another. But that Anna Nicole DC stream that AK and Alex were listening to last night, I had no idea that took place that day. Is that what you guys listened to, AK? Was it the stream that was done yesterday? Anyway, I still don't know the first thing about Anna Nicole, to be honest. I did listen to Alex and AK stream last night, where if, like me, you are not really familiar with Anna Nicole, hop on over. Wait, AK, did you put the link to your stream from last night in the chat? Watch that stream, because I'll tell you what, I was listening and I was like, wow, that's a whole lot about Anna Nicole I didn't know. But to be very honest, I don't think I really recall much of it at present. Other than I got the gist of she's really annoying. I don't know. Holly Big Mac says Anna is and always has been out of her damn mind. Yeah, for sure. Hey, DG, nice to see you. Wicked Crafter, hello. Ashley, Jasmine, Bunneth. Yes, you can keep up at 1.5 speed. Wait, what does that mean? Anyway, she freaks out a lot, Gothic. It sounds like it. Anyway, hey, Star Wilson. So we are gonna listen. Okay, so Ron's last 2 Rumble streams, both of them he's reviewing Peanut, and I listened to the majority of both of them. I believe I did, and I'm really shocked at how much that he was saying, just repeating himself. Anyway, hey Janine, Samtastic, Ruby, Terry Lynn. What was the stream with Anna and DC? I think it was on Anna Nicole's. Hold on, Terry Lynn. I think it was on Anna Nicole's channel, but you don't need to go over there and listen to it. Alex and AK provided the highlights and all the extra backstory and everything that you're really not going to find anywhere else. I didn't see them put. Oh, there it is. Okay, there. All right, let me pin that, AK. So, dang it. Pin message. All right. Anyway, so like I said, if you're like me and you don't really know a whole lot about the Anna Nicole character person, and you also want to listen to the highlights of their stream from yesterday, check it out with AK and Alex. That link is pinned. Thank you so much. All right. We're gonna get over here though to, well, you know what? Hold on. I kind of just want to put that up there too, and then obviously it's pinned. Yeah. Hey, is that Sammy Prepper? Is that the Sammy Prepper? Sammy, if so, thank you so much for the super sticker, girl. Appreciate it, Sammy Prepper. I haven't been tuned into Sammy Prepper in quite some time. It wasn't that long ago though, and I'm pretty sure for those if you know, you know, and Sammy Prepper continues to not disappoint, I guess we'll put it that way. Hey, Cats Rule. Nice to see you. Alex, hello. DV, Holly Big Mac, hello. Gooby Dome, Gooby Ho, bitch. Thank you so much for the super chat, girl. Basically calling out bad behavior while DC sat there saying, yep, as if she doesn't do all the things Anna was crying about. Thank you so much, Gooby Dome, Gooby Ho, bitch. Thank you for that brief synopsis. It is you. Hey, girl. Hey, Sammy Prepper. Wicked Crafter. Hey, girl. I know I've seen you too. Our panel perpetual Pondu. Lord. Sammy Prepper. Look at you coming around these parts. Here, let me put it on the board just in case my chat gets deleted. I have proof that Sammy Prepper is alive and well. Are you still doing content? Like I said, I haven't checked in a while. Principal Todd, imagine DC having a show on cable news. It'd be canceled after 1 episode. Ambience takes her when it wants to sleep. Thank you so much, Principal Todd. Oh, look, there's Yabba. Sammy Pepper is Beck still pissing on everything. I knew it. I knew you would not let us down. Hey, Hippie Peace. Yes, you do. Hippie Peace, are you the one over there in the support group spreading misinformation in the support group that jam is the same as jelly? It just has seeds. That was you, wasn't it? Ridiculous. Don't get me started. 2 Cardinals says Ron. We know. Oh, Ron being gay. Oh my God, look, that's Ron and Clara. Kalari C, thank you so much for the super chat. This mess is why I'd rather hang out with the real ones who own their stuff and not the wannabe morale crusaders who eat their own if they aren't ass kissing loyal. Fun over fuckery. That's right, Kalari C. Holy shit, your message is getting away from me while I was reading it dramatically. That's right, Kalari. Thank you so much for the super chat and for supporting the channel and for being a part of this with us. Without all of us, we wouldn't have anywhere to go to have fun. All right. Fallen Angel says, for us who don't know all these parties, are the videos you recommended, like for Who's the Bodega? Is Tragic still Bodega? Do they dox people? Fallen Angel 69_69, the best place for you to get answers to questions like that along those lines and involving those folks would be right there at the pinned link at the top. That is AK's channel, and she and Alex go live pretty regularly on their channel. So subscribe and turn your notifications on, and I'm sure that they would be happy to answer any and all questions you may have related to those people and topics. All right. And if you have any further questions or need any help navigating your way over there and finding the subscribe and notification bell, we'll be happy to help you. Just reach out to Bunathandra. Oh my God, Lord have mercy. Hold on, Kumquat Manager. Thank you so much for gifting 5 to me at the Gene memberships. I appreciate you, girl. Missy Rain Pondu, the purple one, Sick Girl 88, Blue Rooster, and Faith Ludlow. Welcome, a new member. Shake him out of the tree. Remember, we got one just the other day. Don't you even forget it. We sure did. In fact, it was a repeat offender. Who was it? Let me look at my list. Oh, that's right. I don't even need to look. I remember it was Hugh Jass. Shook out the tree the other day. It was fucking great. Thank you so much for the support, Kumquat Manager. We appreciate you. Teddy Pig, thank you so much for the super chat. Jam don't shake like jelly. Yes. Yeah, jam doesn't shake like jelly. I told her, I said it's a what is it? Texture. A texture and consistency thing. Jam is different than jelly. I don't dispute that. But what the misinformation Hippie Peas was spreading is that the only difference between jam and jelly is that jam has seeds. And well, I had to argue it right then and there. Completely off topic, but just wanted to say you sent my little girl a onesie as a newborn. Oh my gosh, her first of preschool and is fully talking now. Oh, Miss ADHD, that's so sweet. Oh my God, they grow so fast. And before you know it, off they go. Hey, JoJo, reporting for Shamrock duty, are you? Wicked Crafter, thank you so much for the super chat. I need things to make sense. Their lies don't add up for me. This tribe does. Exactly, Wicked Crafter. Exactly. I need things to make sense too, you know? And when stories don't add up and I can clearly see it's a bunch of lies and bullshit, I can't help. I am compelled, you know, to speak up for the truth. Right, Ron? Hey, Elle. Nice to see you. Mandy H. Illyria. Glamma Mayhem. Thanks for joining us. Glamma Mayhem. I don't think Glamma Mayhem has missed a stream in the almost 7 years that I've been getting on YouTube and running my fat trap. Grateful Little Farm. Hello. Glad you can make it. Jasmine. Street Carp's here. I'm glad we waited for Street Carp. Very good says huge ass. The one that wrote the email to your wife about why that person hates you. Yes. Very good. It was literally like they were like arguing that they should be unblocked or taken. I don't know, unblocked, taken off the list. I don't remember. I think it was taken off the list because they've always supported and adored Yaba, but they have never been able to stand me. Can't stand me. I don't know. I don't remember. I think I have the email somewhere. I'm sure. Maybe we should revisit it. If Hugh Jass gets shook out the tree one more time, I'll take the time and I'll find the email and I'll read it again. Yaba says, I'm cheap. Jelly tastes the same, so it's jelly. Yeah, well, that's what I said. I said I'm not surprised that Yaba prefers the jelly over the jam because she eats like a toddler. Kimberlina, thank you so much for being a member for 7 months. Forever a basic Betty. Can I get a hey Keisha for the group? Abso-fucking-lutely. You got it. Hold on. Let's put her on loop.
Hey, Keisha. Hey, Keisha. Hey, Keisha. Hey, Keisha. Hey, Keisha. Hey, Keisha.
All right. That's enough of that. Thank you so much, Kimberlina. I appreciate your support of the channel and of the group and for looking out for the group and thinking of the group as a whole. You know, sometimes we just need to take a little break. Ophelia Bedelia, nice to see you. Okay, so listen. Hold on. Where was I? Let me get my Rumble screen up here or we're never going to get going. Share screen. Oh, wait, I uploaded it. That's right. August 30th. There we go. I don't need the Rumble screen. I need my own. Whew. Sponsored by Ritalin. Thank you so much for being a member for 1 month. Shamrock. The bodega is a sweatshop. Alex, me, Holly, Gothic, Luna, Jojo, and Christina get 25 cents per DM Photoshop for Overlord AK. And Ritalin is noting that this is sarcasm for the socially inept. Thank you so much, Ritalin, for being a member for 1 month and for supporting the channel. I appreciate you. Fauntleroy, thank you so much for the super chat, girl. I'm just glad we all survived the great seatbelt extender purge of 2024. You and me both. Boy, I think Yaba took more shit over the seatbelt extender debacle of 2024 than we did during the Z interview of 2023 and everything that has happened since combined. Steph says in the UK they call Jello jelly. I think that caused the initial confusion. Aha. Yes, I think so too. I think you're right. Cool hand, Mike. Thank you so much for the super sticker. Always so generous. We appreciate you. Thank you. Bunny dropped the link for the Discord. Thank you, Bunny. All right, guys, listen. So the last 2 Rumble streams over there on Ron's Rumble, both he's been covering Peanut. For whatever reason, though, I decided that we were going to watch last night's. And I guess either skip the one before, maybe we'll go back lay at a later date and look at it. I don't know. Like I said, I did listen to both of them, the majority of them, and I think I got the gist of them, and it was a lot of the same shit. So I don't know. Has anybody in the chat watched both and can give me a reason why we should watch Thursday or Wednesdays and then yesterday's? Otherwise, we'll go with what I originally had planned. Wendy, thank you so much for the super sticker, girl. I appreciate you. Jay-Z says that seatbelt extender shit was funny as hell. It was. Goofy dumb goofy old bitch said jelly is ass. Fight me. That is how I feel about it. And I feel that strongly about it. Goofy dumb goofy hoe bitch. I do. Me and my wife have argued over over jelly and jam. Seriously. Not like argue. Like that wasn't behind the breakup of August 2023 or anything. But yeah, I'm just, let's just say I'm passionate. Gigi says, I hate that stupid new logo he has. Did you see the one that it was with Principal Todd? Did you see the one Principal Todd made? Speaking of which, I think I saw Principal Todd in here a little bit ago, and I never like to miss any of Principal Todd's comments because they are always a banger. I swear, sometimes I think Principal Todd reminds me of like people I know from YouTube, you know? But then I'm like, no, because that motherfucker would never have gone with the Grift Gang initially, you know? And I feel like Principal Todd did. Anyway, not to put you on the spot there, Principal Todd, if you're listening, but I'm just saying these are the thoughts that I have. Better Audra says DD double douche. Yeah. Did you not think that through? Trying to rebrand and call yourself Double Dutch. You didn't think we call you double douche? Anyway, I need to skip past this stupid intro, but there is, I think it's this part. Yeah, I think this is good. I'm going to mute it because the music is still going, but I definitely want you guys to watch his sick moves, especially since remember how like it was maybe like a year ago. Remember he was saying how he was literally just disabled from head to toe, top to bottom, inside out, including like his neck and his shoulders, his hands. Remember when he couldn't um hold on. Oh, really? Nicotine? Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, quite limber. But you're not gonna get me with copyright on this shit music, so I'm gonna go ahead and mute it. But I do want you all to see his sick moves and see just how disabled. Yeah, his arthritis. I think when him, I think he. Okay, so I think he's trying to get back on the disability, and he literally just like ran the gamut. He's like, if I can't get on the physical disability, I'll definitely get like the psychological, the mental. Hmm. That's the only reason he's doing any, like, assessments and therapy and shit like that is he's trying to get his disability back. That's my opinion. I mean, I don't know for sure. Just saying, that's what please. And he says in this stream, I'm gonna spoil a bit of it. He says in this stream that, "I've been in therapy since I was, like, 11, 10, 11." I'm like, "Bullshit, motherfucker." I believe that his mommy probably at the recommendation of the school put him in therapy as a child, but neither one of them took it seriously, and most certainly as an adult, old dude is not participating in therapy willingly. Like Ronald, just nobody believes that, okay? That's not me slandering you. That's, that's just nobody believes that. I do though believe that he fully went into this therapist's office and told them a whole load of baloney about the mean fat lesbians on the internet who bullied him because he buried a child. He's definitely not telling the truth. It's again, he did two back to back about Peanut, and I'm getting them confused. But in one of these, he even says that he is going to. I think it was the one before this. He says he's going to play some of this for his therapist. Sam has the beatus. That's where your focus needs to be. Okay. Wicked Crafter says his brain was stillborn. Thank you so much for the super chat, Wicked Crafter. Hold on. I appreciate you, girl. I don't know what she's talking about. Why would you say also take metformin? Are you talking about me? I do not. Who is she talking about? I've missed something. Is she mad because I said she eats like a toddler? She does. Hey, Indy. I was supposed to be watching Ronald. Most therapists don't care about YouTube stuff. Hmm. Don't worry, Sam. She's talking about her other wife. Who said that? Fauntleroy. It's going on the board because that tickled the shit out of me. That's so funny. Kimberly said, "Yaba, you're going to get it." Listen, Yaba is a one woman with the only exception either one of us would be willing to make would. Never mind. I'm not gonna say it just because I don't want anybody. I don't want to have to listen to anybody replay that shit. So fuck you. Anyway, other wife. Y'all are funny. All right. Make sure. Oh, look. Oh, yeah. It was supposed to be muted because he's going to dance for us. Watch. Y'all thought I was kidding. This isn't this is not sped up or nothing. It's even funnier with no music. Oh shit. Okay. Watch. No, I want you to see it regular first and then we'll slow mo. Watch. This is your cute stoner boy, Clara. He's pointing his fingers while he does that. I'm swinging that thing around. His gun. He's swinging his gun around. Kalari C, thank you so much for the super chat. Hold on, girl. I'm going to tap it back. And we're going to watch it again. And then I'm going to come back and read your super chat. Hold on. The struggle shimmy. Laurie said, "This is why I love this dang stream. That dance. Oh my god, I got tears from laughing. The struggle shimmy. I'm dead. Oh, my stomach hurts. Y'all are gonna have to stop acting out. Hold on. We don't want to miss it. We don't want to miss the best part of all. This is Exhibit A. Exhibit A, and my argument in defense of any time I have ever made the statement that Ron is psychotic and delusional. Exhibit A.
What's up, Negative Nation?
That's it. That's the exhibit. Hold on.
What's up, Negative Nation?
That's how I'm going to answer my discovery. Give explanation for any time you ever called this man psychotic or delusional or out of touch with reality. I'm like,
What's up, Negative Nation?
does he realize how stupid he looks? Absolutely not, DG. Okay, you guys want to go back and watch the dance in slow-mo? Hold on. I do. Look at this still. Look. Somebody's got to just screen record this for me real quick. I guess I could go back and screen record it myself, couldn't I? Loser. Oh, okay, hold on. Let me slow it down. Oh, that's not what I wanted. All right, 0.5. Here we go. That's 0.5. That is 0.5 for ADP. My favorite is the side profile thrift store outfit. Look at him. Look at your cute stoner boy, Clarahondra. Atta girl. Hey, look, Belinda, it's your friend. Amy May. Nice to see you. He looks like he's scratching. Do you see his gunt thrashing about down at the bottom? The puckered lips. Does anyone watch him? Yeah, he has like 3 or 4 people who are always there. One of them, apparently, if he is to be believed, is that some sort of mandated reporter. Sorry. All right. Let me put the playback speed. I'm going to tap him up just a little. Oh.
Hey.
Nobody wants to miss that.
What's up, Negative Nation?
No one claims him.
Mickey fucking hey. What's up, Negative Nation?
Corley Wood, that bitch says he's out of breath. He is, isn't he? Listen.
Mickey fucking hey. What's up, Negative Nation? Welcome to Negs Live. Holy crap, 2 in 1 day. You know why? Because I want to get this done today.
Oh, it was 2 in 1 day? Was they both yesterday? How come I didn't see no one in the chat saying they was both yesterday? Both the peanut streams was yesterday, Sam. Were they? I don't know. He should have just said, "What's up, Beth and Jana?" That's crazy.
Okay, so I never speak about it again. I was at work. I was bored. And I was
Street Carp says, "Careful, Ron. You don't want to throw your hump out."
thinking about it. I was like, I stay busy. Like after this.
Oh, Peanut went live twice. So he went live twice. And then the Anna Nicole DC stream was also yesterday. All of that happened yesterday while I was super busy. No way. That is wild. Well, hey, you know what though? I caught a lot of it. Okay. I caught both of Ron's streams I watched. one on the replay, one kind of live, and then also the replay. I listened to all of AK and Alex's stream, wherein I heard a lot of the what was it? Anna Nicole DC. So I did pretty good. And by watching and listening to Ron's 2 streams, I also caught Peanut. Hey.
So I'll play video games for an hour and a half, and then I just go until I'm exhausted, right?
Yeah.
So I got some days
Loser.
off coming up. So I've been working really hard over at the store. Just got off work. Running a store is more than just standing there and collecting money from the customers. If I'm there 8 hours.
You guys remember when he was first talking about the store and they were still like in the Kickstarter phase and everything. And he was talking about, you know, what goes into starting a business. And, you know, he was talking about leasing the place and inventory and inventory tracking systems. But remember what he talked about most, and when we noted it quite a few times, is it was always the POS, the point of sale. That was always what he talked about the most, what he talked about first. We were the ones who had to point it out to him. Like, dude, you're putting the cart before the horse. There's a whole lot of work you're going to have to put into this before you start, you know, working your point of sale. Anyway, remember how he flexed about how he got that really good point of sale system with the iPad and all the doohickeys and everything. And then at the end of the day, that's not what he ended up with. I'm pretty sure he did get it, but he sent it back like he never set it up. Because why? Because it would have been too much work to set that sort of thing up. He'd have to actually like barcode and, you know, do all the things in the system for literally every item of Temu trash that he crammed in that space. And he was like, fuck that. And he got one of those old fashioned price tag guns. And now he just fucking sticks little price tag stickers all over everything. Totally and completely changed the whole vibe of the concept of the attic. Remember, he wanted to like the customer, I'll have example shirts on the wall, and then the customer can have this iPad and they can order their shirt off the iPad and I'll ship it within 5 to 10 fucking business days. Remember? Remember the brilliant idea to use partitions and like what was it? Was it like partitions and like moving blankets to make like those like a little recording hut situation type deal? The recording studio. Fucking loser, dude. Yeah, the recording studio. What a great idea that was. Hey, Kelly Jean, nice to see you. Like nobody wanted to see your business fail or knock it off the ground or take anything from you or whatever. Quite the contrary. We wanted to see it all. Yeah, the blanket fort. You forgot about the partitions. You know what reminded me of the partitions, AK? I was looking on the attic Facebook page yesterday because, you know, I like to keep up with it for my content. And I think, yes, we have a partition sighting over there on the attic, quote unquote, Cornersville Facebook page. I think these were the partitions he was speaking of back in the day. Look, he got these Halloween horror flick. What are these banners? I guess. I don't know. Who was it who used to find these things on the Temu and come back and let us know how much he got them for on the Temu? Whoever that is, I don't think they're around right now, and I really miss that person. Hey, Jolly Green A-hole. Amy May says, so edgy. Anyway, that's what reminded me of the partition blanket fort recording studio. What a brilliant idea that was. Almost as brilliant an idea as the photography studio. Hey, Dilly Dilly. Nice to see you. Holly Big Mac, I enjoyed the apology his mommy wrote for him a few days ago, but Principal Todd fixed it. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. That's weird. Did you notice the secret channel I linked to you is called Blanket Fort Productions? No. Our Panda Perpetual Pondu? No. Where did you link this to me? What are we talking about? What was Temu, Sam the partition, or the other thing? All of it. P-Day, what are you talking about? Oh, but what would I like to know about the banner thingies? And the partition too, if you can find it. Why not? Challenge yourself, P-Day. It's been a while since we've been on an excursion and, sharpened our skills. Remember we used to, figure shit out all the time? Who was it? Who was it who went on vacation up in Canada and we figured out where they had gone? Who was that? It was Sandy and Ange, wasn't it? That's just fun. No nefarious intent or harm or anything wished. It's just fun to do things like that. Star Wilson says the horror banners are $5.63. Do we know what he has them listed for? He doesn't have it in the post, I don't think. Oh, $15 each. And if you buy 3, you get the 4th free. So $45 for all 4. Jinx, you're the Temu girl. Wonderful. Hey, Ami. Nice to see you, Jinx. Just Mo. L. West, Lisa, Sandy, Andrew's hotel room with that disgusting jacuzzi tub. Yes. The link I gave you for what you gave me the wrench. Oh, the Zeke interview? Okay, hold on. No, I didn't know that. That's funny. Our panda perpetual pondu. That's so clever. Thanks for bringing that to my attention. You have to link it to me again. $15. Yes. Well, okay. So $5.63. Does he pay shipping on? He probably doesn't pay shipping on his team orders because he orders enough to where he doesn't have to pay shipping. I'm sure he said that many times. I heard recently him saying something about he put a new TV in there so he could play DVDs during business hours and hopefully sell some of these DVDs. So I don't ever see the thousands of DVDs that he used to have. So I don't know if he's hiding them somewhere or if he did sell a good chunk of them and he's just trying to sell the rest of them. I don't know. I'd be interested in hearing more about the DVDs he has for sale. I don't know why he even mentions it if he's not going to show us. Thank you for being with us, Grateful Little Farm. Okay, let's go back over here. This is yesterday, Ron on Peanut. Oh, yeah, and he goes off on Big Linda.
I barely sit down. I'm there working. There's always stuff that needs to be
Sure
done.
you are.
So
of course you are.
That's where I just came from. My job.
My job.
Don't call my boss, please. But we were going to take a look at the Peanut stream. The one I really didn't want to, but I figured. Now, listen, I'm not here to defend myself against any lies. Zero. I'm not here to defend myself against lies. I'm here to point out the fallacies of Peanut's logic, as I always do. It's the only thing you could do with her content is point out the fallacies, point out every hypocrisy, every lie, every lack of research, this, that, and everything in between, saying, so. Listen, I'm going to tell you something. If somebody made a CPS call, nobody knows. There's only one confirmed CPS caller in this hemisphere of shit. And we all know who that is because I don't have to, they're persona non grata to me. But we know who that is.
Since when is Ronald Jean Ronaldo? Since when are Ronaldo and Clarahondra not saying my name? This literally just started. He won't say my name. He won't review anything that contains any of my, whatever. Since when? Literally within the last day or two. I find that interesting.
So the speculation is hilarious.
Kalari, see, he's using that because DC said it to him when she told him this is how it's going to be. No, I can't get you tickets. Nice to see you, says Peanut. Krabby Joe, hello. Totally fine. Glad you're here now. Better late than never. 2 Cardinals, did I say hi to you? Troll Ballerina's here. I don't mind the Johnny come latelys. I'm glad you're here. I want to know how long it will be until he's enemies of the tattoo guys he's friends with. I totally butchered that, but I followed you. Don't forget, he said he was shooting a commercial last weekend for the tattoo guy. Have not heard another word about it. Like he's not even that I've heard. He's not said, oh, I haven't been here the last couple of days because I've been working on editing the commercial that I filmed for the tattoo guy next door with my 4K phone and these little microphone doohickeys that I got from the Temu. None of that. So I would say the fallout is probably going to be coming sooner than later. And it's probably going to have a lot to do with this commercial situation type deal. I guess we'll find out, won't we?
I've always told you that.
Or Ron will shoot it, and edit it and put it together. And then he'll show the tattoo guy, and the tattoo guy will be like, bro, no offense, but like, no, no, but it's free, my guy. Yeah, no, still no. I don't want that being a commercial representing my business. Like, no, I appreciate it. Well, you're going to pay me for my time, motherfucker. And the tattoo guy would be like, you just told me it was free. Yeah, well, that's if you're going to use it. If you're not, fuck you. That's how it's going to go down. I mean, I'm literally, you know what? It probably has already gone down like that, and we just don't quite know it yet. And Ron and Claire are going to be like, see, Sam's totally stalking Ron. How would she know that? I don't know. Clara, how would you know that somebody drove by our house twice? Remember when you said that last year on your live stream panel? I do. I remember when you said that. You guys remember when when Clara said, somebody's driven past your house twice? I'm not saying I know who it is, but I know somebody did. Really? What else do you know? And for what reason? Have you had some sort of private investigative services keeping an eye on myself and Yaba and the family for over a year now, because you claim you intend to do something with some sort of legal filing or something, Clara? Anyway, I digress. All I know is that shit's getting old. So I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see. Although, especially after learning what we did about the kind of discovery that AK dumped on Snifford and Hussey this week, I would think that anybody considering filing legal action on anybody takes a moment to seriously consider what that will end up looking like. You know what I mean?
People fake shit, or people call on themselves, they call on others, and to drum up drama or to deflect or whatever.
I mean, look what happened with that Bullhorn Betty. Didn't she end up going to jail? And what started like as an EPO, or I don't freaking know. I'm just saying, people really need to chill out.
And that may be what we're looking at here. I've been accused of it. We've been accused of it 1,000 times. I've never. Why the fuck would I do that? To traumatize my child? So let's go ahead and just get into this peanut thing. Because I'm here to drum up drama or to deflect or call on themselves. They call on others, and to drum up drama or to deflect or whatever. And that may be what we're looking at here.
Okay, so I find that interesting because there has been some chatter, especially over there amongst the grift gang and the fan fiction farmers, them trying to say, oh, Sam called on her. Sam, Sam's the one who made the call. They called on themselves and Sam did it, and she put the kid. Are you kidding me? It's funny because and Ron, I believe between Ron and Peanut, they're gonna show it in this stream. Peanut actually. Remember Beg Linda's tweet the day that I was live telling you guys that CPS had been out here again? And Beg Linda was tweeting while I was live saying she doubts that CPS was even in here or even out here or whatever. And then she had to be like, oh, well, what I should have said is that I know it wasn't Grift Gang. And that's the first time she said something about she knows that. I think she said initially that CPS and APS, Adult Protective Services, had been called on Z and Casey. Remember that? Yeah. And then it changed to, they weren't called at all and they're just making it up. And then it changed to, oh yeah, they were probably out there, but Sam called on herself. I'm sorry, our Panda Perpetual Pundu. I'm trying not to read the chat because then I lose my train of thought. And yeah, anyway. So yeah, I'm glad that you said that. I'm glad whoever that was in your chat, which you can't tell because it's freaking Rumble. They don't have the chat replay. Ugh. The least you could do is put the chat up on the board so it could be seen on the replay. Anyway, some asshole in the chat Must have said something about we called on ourselves. Okay.
I've been accused of it. We've been accused of it 1,000 times. I've never. Why the fuck would I do that to traumatize my child? So, let's go ahead and just get into
why
this
would we
peanut
do
thing
that?
because,
What are you talking about?
yeah, I want to get it done in an hour and a half. Playback speed 1.5. Hopefully, she's.
You know what else I love? Oh, I gotta talk to you about his peach. Have I ever talked to you guys about his fucking hairy peach? Do you know what his peach is?
Do you guys really think either myself or Yaba, either one of us, would call DCS on ourselves with such a foul fucking story to put in the report? Like, why would we do that? Now, you guys have got to know by now that we are going to push the issue, right? With DCS and the prosecutor's office. Like, yeah, we are. Because y'all have just gone too far. And when I say y'all, you're not gonna make me believe that I don't have valid reason to believe I know exactly who I'm talking to. Of course we're gonna push the issue, and of course we're gonna show proof of that, right? So why on earth would I call a false report into DCS with such horribly disgusting and serious accusations, knowing good and well that yes, we're gonna push the issue. Yes, we're gonna insist that they figure out who made that call this time, because enough is enough. So if I were the one to have made that call, then it's going to come back to me. Why would I do such a thing? That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. I also find it interesting that, for like a week or 2 weeks, maybe a little more than that, probably more like 2 weeks or so, leading up to this DCS call, this most recent one, Ron was talking a lot about vulnerable children in the house and, just putting it out there, all these concerns, possible concerns that somebody might have about what's going on in this house, and, reminding any mandated reporters out there to see something, say something, which if it was a mandated reporter watching your stream, that doesn't qualify as something they're mandated to report. Hearing Ron Corbin throw absolute horse shit out of his mouth about our family with absolutely nothing to back that up. Anybody who would be classified as a mandated reporter probably has the education level, to be able to discern what's absolute fucking bullshit and they're not mandated to report, and what they are mandated to report. And key word there is see, what mandated reporters see or hear. Because there was nothing that whoever made that phone call about what's going on in this house with these kids and our family that Ron was so concerned about in the 2 weeks before the call was made. He was saying it over and over and over and over. And then suddenly at the same time that DCS actually knocks on our door and they want to talk about the report of everything that Ron had been talking about for the 2 weeks prior. Suddenly Ron's not saying anything about that shit anymore. He's not saying, I wonder what's going on in that house and what these kids are being exposed to. And I wonder how the kids felt when mommy said she was going to unalive herself. Like all of that shit, all of that talk stopped really 2 days before DCS knocked on the door. 2 days before DCS knocked on the door, I think, was the last time he said anything like that. But in the 2 weeks leading up to that, that's all he was fucking saying. So if Ron didn't make the call and he didn't have nothing to do with it, why is he literally like, where else could you go on the internet as a mandated reporter within this community and hear anybody saying the shit Ron was saying about us and our family? You know what I mean? Like he's literally the only one who was saying that shit. And then 2 days before DCS gets the call, he suddenly stops talking about it. DCS knocks on our door, and he ain't said shit about it since. Oh, but yeah, there's no reason to believe that Ronald Corbin had anything to do with that. Absolutely none. Matter of fact, Sam must have called it in herself. Okay, well, I mean, y'all can believe that. You can spread that around. You can say that. You can try to cut and paste what Belinda said about Zeeth and Casey and Adult Protective Services, Anna Nicole. You can try to copy and cut and paste that and weave that into the story to try to make it look more likely again that Sam and or Yaba orchestrated all of that. Do you guys know what fucking Anna Nicole said last night in Ron's chat? She's saying some shit. And this is Anna Nicole saying this. I thought Belinda was the one who was in direct communication and friends with Z and Casey present day. It was Belinda's the one who came on Twitter or wherever she put that comment the day that I told y'all DCS was here. Belinda's the big mouth bitch who went over there on Twitter saying, oh, somebody else had APS and DCS called on them too. So, but for whatever reason, Anna Nicole was in Ron's chat last night speaking with some sort of authority, apparently, as if she has firsthand knowledge, because she was in there reporting that, well, whoever called Adult Protective Services on Z, they said that they didn't know any names and they didn't know any details. You know what would happen if Adult Protective Services or Child Protective Services got a report that contained the caller didn't know people's names and didn't have any details? There it is. Personal details. Hold on, I'll put it up on the screen so you can see it. They would do what they call screen those calls out. They would not saddle up the caseworkers from Adult Protective Services and Child Protective Services and send them straight out to Z and Casey's house. Hold on here. Let me put it up here for you. Look at that. Anna Nicole, Casey stated the call about them was 2 weeks before Yaba and Sam, and the caller didn't know names or personal details. And she stated she didn't think it was nags. Really, Casey? Is that what you said? Did you say that to Anna Nicole? Or did you say that to Belinda? I would like to know who Casey said this to, and I have questions. If anybody sees Casey gallivanting around the community, let her know that I have questions. If she's got time, I'll be nice. I won't yell or nothing like that. Casey stated the call about them was 2 weeks before Yaba and Sam, and the caller didn't know names or personal details, and she stated she didn't think it was next. Really? Is that what she said? Lindsay said they will call dispatch and see who lives there, any call history, and so on. Caseworkers will not go to a house cold. Well, you're going to have to send it. Oh, you sent it to me? Okay, hold on. I have another screenshot. Oh, boy. Also, chatters, I'm also looking for the screenshot of what Belinda said that day that I was live telling you all DCS had been here and she popped off on the Twitter. I need that one too. I'll have to find it, but if somebody could say, hey, it's in your DM, that would be great. There it is. It's right here. Okay, hold on. I don't have that one. I'm still looking for the Belinda one, but this one, Yaba and I both found very interesting, as it just so happens to be a comment from Z. Say what? Yeah. Hold on. I have to convert it. This is a comment left by Z himself on Forwick's YouTube channel. And he's saying it was Ron. So, Anna Nicole, are you just over there in Ron's Rumble running your cocksucker, being a little lying liarton? Or is what you reported in Ron's stream last night the truth? And if so, who did you hear that from? Are you speaking to Casey directly? Or did you get that from B-Roll Beg Linda? Okay, fine. Somebody let Anna Nicole know. I have questions. So, Casey, Z, if he wants to come and be involved in bitch drama. I mean, I guess he is. So fine. Casey, Z, and Anna Nicole, we have questions. Please. Thank you. Jasmine S. Thank you so much for the super chat. Yeah. You forgot you outed one of the vulnerable children and the trauma that child had to endure online, yet you're worried about them. How does that work, Ron? Exactly. Thank you, Jasmine S. Excellent point. Okay. Oh, hold on. I'm gonna have to take that down because we can't see Z's comment. There we go. You know what? Let me fix the hold on, let me fix it. Well, there you can see that is a comment. Is it in downloads? Yes, JPEG. Okay. Let me fix that because we don't need the rest of that. Just need to crop it. Oh, look, Forwick hearted it. Forwick, did you heart this comment by Z? I love that. That's great. Perfect. All right. Let me make it bigger. Oh, all right. Z's X Shed. I'm so glad CPS is watching this channel now. All they need to know is right here. Call them again. I dare ya. And as you can see from the first screenshot, that is Forwick's video of Ron's live me. So, Anna Nicole, what kind of bullshit are you over there spreading? Are you lying on Casey or are you lying on Belinda? Are you just flat out lying? I don't know. All right, where were we? What is that? I don't know why that is even open like that. Hold on. Weird. Share this tab instead. Did I lose my audio? No. Okay. Back to you, Ron.
He has a really fat ass and leg. Dude, on your vision. People like, dude, you don't know if it's metal. Looks plastic
Is that the egg channel? What egg channel? I don't know what you're talking about.
to me. Anyway, yeah, my big fat ass fucking broke it. Fucking
bet.
lumbering giant I am.
Yeah, well,
Hey,
you know.
Dad. Nice to see you with a wrench up in here. Welcome to the wrench club.
Oh, yeah. And in case we don't get to it, he's been throwing out a false narrative over the last couple of days that I called DCS on Yaba in the past. Absolutely did not. When Yaba had DCS called on her in 2018, that was Ron. Everybody knew that was Ron at the time. There was no question about it. Yaba and I had already squashed our beef and we were on friendly terms. I did a whole ass live stream about it. I showed proof. I showed screenshots of messages between me and Yaba that were date and time stamped to prove we were not in any beef at that time. I had already had the downloads of the streams that this asshole, Ron Corbin, did literally in the days immediately before and after DCS was called to her house. I had Twitter screenshots showing he was changing his profile picture to Walter White, making a phone call on a banana phone. He literally, just like before, all the shit he was saying leading up to DCS being called on Yaba back in 2018, he was saying that shit on his live streams. He was talking about possible mandated reporters in the chat. He wasn't just talking about her. He was talking about me too, calling DCS on me at the same time. I'm going to make it public. I had a video downloaded of his from like the day before DCS showed up where he had the words in the title of his live stream had the words Sam, Yaba, and DCS in it. Give me a fucking break. Ronald called cops on me 3 times. You got to wonder why he keeps doing it when he's not getting the outcome he wants, right? Oh, you mean CPS? Yeah. Called CPS on you 3 times. Like it's the same thing every time, dude. Maybe if you don't want to be accused of and reported for making false DCS reports on us, Ronald Corbin, then stop getting to a point where you go on your social media live broadcasting platform and start saying the type of shit that you say right before DCS has come to our house all 3 times. Back to the 2018 DCS call. Dude, even when that happened, nobody, and I mean nobody, not even Ron, I'll have you know, nobody back in 2018 looked my direction and said, well, it's possible that was Sam Tefler who called on Yaba. No, it was obvious. It was just as obvious in June of 2018 as it was in December, January 2022, 2023, and as it was in August of 2024. Literally the same fucking playbook all 3 times. All 3 times. It's like you literally cannot fucking help yourself. Like you decide that you're going to call DCS on us and you start doing live streams. Like, if there's a mandated reporter, somebody should start looking into what's going on at the house because I hear there's drugs. I hear there's domestic violence. And then you literally rattle off everything that ends up in the report. And then you try to say, oh, well, I mean, just because I said that stuff online doesn't mean I'm the one who called. If there's a wink, wink, mandated reporter out there who sees and hears all this stuff, they have to report it. Only that's not how mandated reporting works, Ron. It's not. Even if you had a mandated reporter in your, I don't even want to say chat, audience, whatever. Even if a mandated reporter heard the shit coming out of your mouth, that's not how it works. Because they're not seeing or hearing none of that shit coming from us and our family. They're hearing you on the internet running your fucking cocksucker talking shit about us. You don't mandate report shit like that. You're not mandated to report shit like that.
Homie.
She doesn't have a camel toe. She has a fault line.
Titanium. Yes, that's the metal I was looking for. I couldn't think of it. Titanium. Oh, I love that song.
Oh, by the way, as promised, Peanut, right here.
Here's the link, Peanut.
There's the link. We've tried this before. You always have an excuse, but there's the link. You could come right up here. I'm not going to screen.
Nobody wants to take your fucking link, dude. Literally nobody. The only person who would take that link is the one person you won't give it to, because that's me. And you know, I'll mop the fucking floor with you every time, dude. He used to give me the link. He used to let me take the link. He stopped doing that. Fucking wussy.
And yell and cuss at you when they give you I'm gonna give you your time
Right,
to talk, but you gotta let me talk. And I'm willing to talk to you about this and other things that you've been talking about. I mean, like, what a better way to clear it up than just to come up here and talk to me directly, unless you're just milking it for content. Now, you wouldn't do that, being being our grace, you know.
I'm titanium. What was I doing? Oh, share Twitter. I throw. My dress in an accident, hey? I'm eating a snake.
I'm fast forwarding.
And it's not like self is what's. Aren't they so good? You in years. Wait, what do you mean, Eric? Eric says I'm new. So in her. They're so cute and adorable. Over the last couple of weeks from someone else's actions or once. They're so cute and adorable and tiny. And look, he has a little gap in between his lower ones.
Anyway,
where's her fogging tweet, man?
dude, you're so bad at
Belinda
this.
must have it, right? Okay, here we go.
Hold on.
I've endured over the last couple of
Peanut,
weeks from some.
he has her sped up. Peanut's looking for a tweet. And I think she's looking for this tweet of Yaba's, right? And she just said, she's looking. And she goes, oh, I'm sure Belinda has it. Hold on. Let me slow it down. I'm only at 1.25. All right, listen.
Anyway,
Where's her fogging tweet, man?
This is regular speed.
dude, you're so bad at
Belinda
this.
must have it, right?
Can you hear it? Hold on.
Tweet, man. In his lower ones.
Anyway,
where's her fogging tweet, man?
dude, you're so bad at
Belinda
this.
must have it, right?
Belinda must have it, right?
Okay, here we go.
Here we go.
Yaba tweets out and says, the harassment I have endured over the last couple of weeks from someone else's actions is absolutely disgusting. Ugh, my bad. Now involving CPS, the lows, that is Belinda, Clifford, Ronald, Clara, and friends, have no bottom. I'm not going anywhere, and doing
It is. They're all friends again. It's great.
this isn't making you degenerates likable.
Well,
Yeah.
I recall your wife confessing to calling here.
What?
So, I mean, what are you talking about, Lowe's? I didn't call on you. I don't even know who did.
Yeah, okay. Okay. That's the face of a liar right there. But continue, please. Continue. Is that how you're going to look at the judge? Ronaldo.
I don't even know who did. We just know a serious situation came up that you girls would have dined out on for years, because you have dined out on Chantel doing nothing for years. Okay.
He's using more Clara isms. Dined out.
You could take my.
I love how he literally, just like, oh, Belinda was stupid enough to do, admit that the only reason you guys are talking about that shit and making whatever you made out of it is because you guys would too. So it's totally fine. I guess we're all just fucking degenerate assholes then. Okay.
My name out of that equation. I think that you have created enough problems for yourself with me in the way of defamation, slander, and an admission of trying to destroy my business and cost my family income. That's
Dude, fuck off. Nobody has admitted to trying to destroy anybody or anything of the sort. You're absolutely fucking ridiculous. Get out of here with that. But good luck, Get out of here and good luck to you with that is what I have to say about that. Wicked Crafter, thank you so much for the super chat. Anna, what? Is that Peanut? Is mad at Yaba didn't include her in that tweet. I think you meant Peanut. One not away. Oh, one not away nut. Okay, I figured it out for myself. One not away Peanut is mad at Yaba didn't include her in that tweet. Wicked Crafter, thank you so much for the super chat. That's funny. Oh, Sam, you're so funny.
Yeah, anyway.
First of all, fuck you, okay? I don't know about
Yeah.
y'all, but I am consistent. I am morally consistent. I'm ethically consistent. Never, ever would I call CPS. I would never fuck with anybody who would ever call CPS. So I can guarantee you that my friends, fucking Belinda and Gaining Ground, would never, do not condone it, are not aware of it. Like, ew.
Bullshit.
Stop you.
I've only condoned it if people thought the children were in absolute danger, or if there's a mandated reporter who sees something, right?
What would a mandated reporter see? You're telling me that a mandated reporter seen all the shit that they said in that report, Ron? Is that what you're telling me? That don't make no sense, does it? No, it doesn't.
I mean, like, we've really got to realize that these two women, not Peanut, but these other two women have called CPS.
He won't say
They
our
have called
names.
funeral homes. They have called coroners. They have called grade schools. They have called parents. They have called grandparents. They have called my mom. I mean, like, her coming out here and whining about this is hilarious.
I love how present day Ron, and if you guys watch AK stream that's pinned from last night, they talk about it too. I love how Ron has turned this when I called Ron's elementary school last year, a school that his son no longer attended. His son was in middle school last year. But when I called Ron's elementary school last year, did not say Ron's name, didn't say his kids' names. I didn't give anybody's name. I might have said, hi, my name is Samantha. But anyway, I made that phone call live. So you guys heard it. Everybody heard it, right, Ron? But he has literally taken that, mostly because his fan fiction farmer friends who are telling him and Clara what to do told him to. But he's taken that and turned that into that's the reason why he has taken his son out of high school and is having to homeschool him because he says that I called his school. And like for Ron to have told a story about his third grade teacher, Mrs. Coleman, making him wear a pizza pan around his neck, like some sort of dunce cap, and that humiliated him and psychologically damaged him to the point to where he is literally telling this story serious as fucking a heart attack at the age of 47 years old on the internet and practically blaming third grade teacher Mrs. Coleman for destroying his life by making him wear this pizza pan around his neck. He has somehow taken me calling that elementary school and asking if a Mrs. Coleman had ever worked there. He has turned that into Sam calls my kid's school, and that is why my kid is no longer enrolled in public school. And I have what do you call it? What do you call that's part of his royal flush. Dead ass. Anyway, continue, Ron. You fucking freak.
It is. It's hilarious.
Shit. So I wanted to make sure we read that tweet because obviously there are allegations from Yaba and Sam that allegedly CPS has been called on them, on their household.
Okay.
And I want to read
Yeah, I got 4 calls in like 5 weeks. And
Belinda's other tweet
Sure you did.
before we start our conversation as well.
4 calls in 5 weeks, yet he only ever showed proof of 1. That's weird.
I mean, like, does anybody have a clip of them bragging about cooperating and letting them come in and have a seat, and sit down and drink a cup of coffee and have a chat? Now suddenly the cooperation is gone. You don't think that looks sus?
Why are you so disappointed and, dare I say, angry and butthurt when you found out to hear that we refused to allow DCS to have contact with the children this time? Doesn't it sound like he's perturbed? Like he was really sure based on what we shared on the internet about what happened with the December 2022 DCS call and how we did allow them access to the children and we did allow them to interview the children privately. When DCS comes to your house and they want to talk to your kids, the parents are not allowed to be in the room. You have to provide them access to the children in a room behind a closed door. And you have no control over or knowledge of what it is they're saying to or asking your children. Is that what you were expecting, Ron? That we were going to cooperate and allow a DCS access to the children to take them into a private room behind a closed door with neither one of us present for them to ask them and talk to them about anything they wanted to ask them and talk to them about? Considering that the DCS report, the most recent one that we're discussing here, was primarily about nothing but child molestation allegations, specifically against, or not against, but specifically naming one of these children in this house as the victim, and also domestic violence. What do you think the DCS worker was going to ask the children about? So it seems to me like Ron's really disappointed that that did not happen. That's what it sounds like to me.
I'm just going letting them come. Does anybody have a clip of them bragging about cooperating and letting them come in and have a seat and sit down and drink a cup of coffee and have a chat? Now suddenly the cooperation is gone. You don't think that looks sus? I'm just going by what I hear, man.
Belinda tweets, because
I'm not sure what's sus about that. Why on earth would we allow DCS or anybody access to our children based on a report that we know is absolute fucking horseshit that has to do with child molestation and domestic violence between these kids' mom and stepmom? Why the fuck would we cooperate with that? Absolutely not. No. Mm-mm. Why does he have such a problem with that? Lisa says Ron never cooperates. He makes them stand on his front porch and talk to his Ring camera. No, Ron produces his kid. He even says it. He does produce the kid. He argues with them to the point to where they're like, "Well, can we just look at him?" And then he lets them see them, and then he goes in and he inflicts the trauma on his kid himself after he chases DCS off the property. No doubt. He closes the door and then inflicts the trauma himself on the kid, ranting and raving and saying, I'm sure, all kinds of very harmful and damaging and confusing and scary things for a child, especially a young one with the sort of disabilities that Ron describes. I don't know.
Belinda retweeted what I just read you and said, ain't nobody called CPS on them. Bitch, show it. And then
all right, here it is. This is the Belinda tweet we were talking about that she fired off while I was live and said that DCS had been here again.
I just read Belinda tweets.
Mm-hmm.
Because Belinda retweeted what I just read you and said, ain't nobody called CPS on them. Bitch, show it. And then she tweets out and says, I shouldn't have said Yaba and Sam didn't have anyone call on them. I should have said it wasn't Grift Gang because I know for a fact CPS and Adult Protective Services ended up at someone else's house too. It's why I don't fuck with negs.
Ooh, so right out of the gate, Belinda she pointed the finger at Ron. And that initial tweet, no, she didn't indicate that this alleged Adult Protective Services and DCS call had happened 2 weeks prior, nor did she allude to who it was that had them called on them in this initial tweet. But she did point the finger of blame squarely at Ron, which coincidentally just so happens to be the same place that Z pointed his finger. I'm so glad CPS is watching this channel now. All they need to know is right here. Call him again. I dare ya. That's Z talking to Ron on Forwick's channel. You want to see it bigger? There it is. Hey, Wicked Crafter. The only homeschooling that happens there is that child being trained on how to deflect agency officials. That's right, Wicked Crafter. I share the same opinion. Close that. That thing's getting on my nerves. All right.
So let's talk about it, guys.
Wicked Crafter, thank you for the super chat, hun. Did she refer to herself as Grift Gang? Yes, Happy Peace. Yes, they claimed Grift Gang. I mean, that's what they do. Just like Snifford, he'll claim his name. Belinda claims her name. They just claim it. She owns it. They know they're the Grift Gang. Belinda knows why we call her B-roll Big Linda too. She owns that shit. Hey, girl. Hey, I didn't see you sneak in. Yeah, Brioche, that's another good point. Is how does that mean they didn't call? Like, that doesn't make any sense. Hold on a second. Oh my gosh, I did not mean to hang that call up. Oh well. They'll call back, I'm sure. But yeah, how where's the logic in that, Belinda? What I should have said was I know it wasn't Grift Gang because somebody else had CPS and APS code on them. Therefore, it wasn't us. How does that make any sense? But anyway, let me tap that back real quick. Bop. Because I want to hear Peanut read Belinda's tweet pointing the finger at Negs.
You know for a fact CPS and Adult Protective Services ended up at someone else's house too. It's why I don't fuck with Negs. So let's talk about it, guys.
What do you mean that's why you don't fuck with Negs? Let me tell you something.
That's another thing. I wanted to keep a tally of how many times between these two streams he did yesterday. He said, let me tell you something. That's one.
All of you had zero issue back in the day of me finding out who somebody was. I'm the one that found out who Alex Glitterqueef was.
Oh, you hear that, Alex?
Years ago. You guys had no problem with it. You encouraged me to do it. Shit. You did. You had no problem with it back in the day. I'm talking 2020. Because you got this bitch out here, Alex Glitterqueef, running her ding dong fucking her dinger soaker, and people wanted to know, like, hey, you're being awfully bold and out of pocket, and nobody knows who you are. And I had it nailed. Now they'll scream fail docs, and then fast forward to now somebody else doxed her, and I was right the first time. It's amazing. But now that I am in therapy, get my meds right, not doing anything to anybody, I go to work, I come home. Hey, Peanut, you know that somebody was going to be sent to a Michigan dispensary to assault me, right? Or harass me at the very least, right? I was going to be alone. You do know that somebody has like intentionally came here in hopes of me being in the same room with them.
That's so funny.
And I have
how he's such a big Billy badass when he's, saying that he wants to come see me, or you come here and talk to me in person, face to face, or whatever. Like, he's such a big bad Billy badass, and everything. But I'm like, no, I mean, fine. But if I come, I'm just gonna, have one of my sons bring me or whatever. Then all of a sudden he didn't want to meet with me anymore. And now he's a fucking victim, right? All right. Nobody sent anybody into your store. Like, I don't even know why he's keeping some of this shit on his, little list of, what does he call them? Transgressions, because it's just not true. Nobody sent anyone in your store, Ron. He really is double down douche, for real.
Desire to be within 100,000 miles of them. You don't talk about this. You act like it go ahead anyway.
Have an honest.
Why would we talk about? We do talk about it though. We do talk about it every time you say that I send someone into your store to secretly film you and somehow harm your business. We talk about it and we tell you you're a fucking liar, and that's not what happened. I have the transcript with the URL of Hio Guy Gaming's channel where he left the comment saying nobody sent him into your store. I also have the transcript with the URL that goes back to that Fraggy channel, not to be confused with the, I don't know what you got, what the other Fraggle person. I don't know. Anyway, somebody totally unrelated. She said she's the one who watches Ron and asked her friend, Hi Old Guy Gaming, to do a live stream, drive by or whatever, that she thought it would be funny and fun. It had nothing to do with me. That man, that Hi Old Guy Gaming, he was doing it regardless, whether he waited till I went live, banking on me stream sniping him, because he didn't even come on my panel and do it. He insisted on doing it on his own channel. It was his thing. It was his gig. He thought he would get some subscribers and, some mud subs out of it or whatever. It was a freaking prank. And yes, I stream sniped it on my channel. I didn't send that man in there to do anything. You need to knock it off or don't. Whatever. Include it in your little report, your little lawsuit, whatever it is you and old Clara Honda over there are cooking up. Like I said the other day, I don't know. If I were Clara, I might want to spend more time and effort and energy on that lawsuit, that real lawsuit that is beating her up in the real court, present day, or don't, whatever.
Conversation about what the fuck is going on here. And now I don't know who Belinda means when she says that, but in Belinda's tweet, she says she knows for a fact that CPS and Adult Protective Services ended up at someone else's house too. And then she goes on to say, it's why I don't fuck with negs.
Ooh.
What?
So Belinda pointed the finger at negs immediately. I love it. Even Belinda knew you did that shit, Ron. And isn't she friends with Clara? Aren't you guys all good now? Don't I have a clip of Ron saying that he's good with Belinda and Gigi now? I do.
What does this have to do with me? I've sat here for years and told all of you that you're fucking around. People are taking notice. Just because it happens to you doesn't mean I did it. I've spent 7 years enduring and never stooped to that level. So I don't understand where your evidence is. Show it. Prove it. Prove that I made any calls. Prove it.
I don't know who Belinda's talking about, but I do have a guess. I'm not going to talk about that guess because I don't know for sure. But it is looking like people think Negs is the one who called CPS, both on Yaba's household and this person who is not to be named yet's household. And
this is, I mean, like, okay, I'm not here to defend.
Did Peanut do this stream yesterday for real? Is she, because she's acting like she doesn't know who it was Belinda was talking about.
The lie, because I know I didn't do it. Okay. Everybody else can make their own decision. I know I didn't do it. This is ridiculous. Why are you picking me? Because you think your friends wouldn't do it, right? I don't know. I just know that when we were all in the Rat Pack, you had no issue with my tactics as long as it was effective against the people that you disliked.
Who, as per usual, Ron the snitch will throw you under the bus when the date and time comes. I love it, though. I love it.
And I find this type of Did
he just say, let me tell you something again? Because I am keeping a tally.
This type of commentary to be contrary and fucking hypocritical. And surely your friends know. Can
have to speed him back up.
Listen to this and go, well, you're being a fucking hypocrite.
And I've got to say, he's done it in the past. Also, in regards to
What's up, Beth?
And Sam, they have done it very.
I've never called CPS. What do you mean done it in the past? I've had 10 fucking calls since 2018. 10. Okay, 10.
Yes, 2 Cardinals. Yes, exactly. So Ron is admitting that his tactics reach into real life. Yes, he's never made any secret of that. Remember when he was putting all those blog posts up and he made that website and everything trying to damage Yaba's business back in 2020, which is, and he leaves this part out, the reason I called his mommy. The one time I called his mom, that's why, because he was posting shit all over the internet using Yaba's real name and the name of her business with the intent and purpose to damage her business. And then he went on his YouTube channel and said, this is what I'm doing, and I'm doing it with the intent of damaging your business. And then I called your mom, and you had to answer your mom's call while you were live in the middle of all that shit, and you had to tell her you were sorry. And why did I call your mom of all people? Why Ronnie's mom? Because Ronnie was living in his mom's attic. He was literally live using her Wi-Fi in her attic, doing that shit live, real time. Yes, I called and told her. Did you know your son is live right now from your attic on the internet, explaining to us that he is harassing the shit out of Yaba and doxing her business and posting blogs to damage her business? Yes, I did. Why do you leave that part out, Ron?
I haven't called him on anyone.
Proudly, they've done it to him. So to me, and also again, when it comes to Negs, he doesn't get any fucking grace from me. He doesn't get any fucking benefit of the doubt.
That's
from me.
obvious.
He doesn't
That really hurt his feelings. He don't get any grace from Peanut.
fucking obvious. That's fucking obvious. So we're getting to the bottom of why you.
His mom didn't say nothing to me. She hung up, but he was live. She hung up, and then his phone rang, and he muted, but he didn't turn his camera off. And you could literally read his lips. You could tell that, like, at one point, he started saying, "I'm sorry," repeatedly. Yeah. And then he came back on and said that was his mom. Like, he didn't like try to play it off or nothing. Yeah.
You feel this way. I gotta sit down. Hang on a second.
Yes, sit down.
I've had in my 20s had jaded ex-girlfriends talk to me like this on the phone, right? With their girlfriend on three-way calling or some shit like that.
Alex says, isn't that what Clara said was the reason she would be able to call Yaba and Sam's landlord? Because they were harassing people from landlord's property. His mommy was his landlord. His mommy wasn't just his landlord. I'm telling you, he was using her Wi-Fi to do that. And that was, that was harassment. You know, nobody was filing police reports back then. Like, we didn't do that shit. I realized Gigi was threatening lawsuits and talking about attorneys and shit like that back in 2020, but we weren't doing that. No. But I mean, he was, using her Wi-Fi to harass us and to damage Yaba's business. So yeah, his mom got a phone call, and he got a talking to from his mom. It was great.
Yeah, but like, it's what you sound like. You sound like a jaded fucking girlfriend. And it's cringe and it's weird.
Deserve it because of who he showed himself to be. So,
who am I?
Is it out of the possibility that he's the one who did it? Out of all of those names that Yaba listed in that tweet, who is the most fucking likely to have called CPS?
This is why you guys, I'm going to explain it one more time really slowly. This is why you guys think that it's me or it's Claire. You know why you think that? It's because you're the most out of pocket with us. So you're like, who would do this to us? I mean, who like you're doing worse, and then complaining when somebody takes notice and does it back to you. It's not me. I've been telling you this for fucking years that people notice these things and they'll go, fuck those bitches. It could be somebody bored sitting at home.
I'm curious to know if Clara has had a conversation with Belinda as to why Belinda tweeted out immediately pointing the finger at Ron for the DCS call. Does anybody know if Belinda and Clara have had a talk about that? Lisa Simpson said Clara said she was going to mail out notices to all of Sam and Yaba's neighbors to tell them what they were doing online. They did say that. It wasn't just Clara. Ron said it too. Mm-hmm. Alex said he doesn't even have a reason. Suzanne, the Swedish Yarny Hooker, thank you so much for being a member for 9 months. Sham rocks for sure. I'm happy that Wani isn't a successful streamer because with his mentality, he could ruin someone's life. Yes. Yaba says, I wasn't accusing the Grift Gang of calling CPS. I said after the harassment over the Jesse shit, now the CPS call, I knew where it came from day one. Oh, of course. And we knew it was coming. Nobody was surprised. Neither of us were surprised at all. And we weren't really surprised with what they read to us from the report and like specifically what it contained. What's Rich is remembering all the vile shit this man has said in the past month about a 4-year-old and Sam and Yaba, and then sit here playing the victim like he's some softie. Exactly. He has said some really, really, really slanderous, defamatory, heinous shit for no purpose, no legitimate purpose other than to harass us. Like literally. No other purpose than to harass us with those things.
Fuck, those kids' birth certificates are all over the internet now. God damn,
Next,
man.
fucking obviously. And I just gotta say,
Right. Yeah. The kids' birth certificates are on the internet. Totally. For sure. Yeah. You're right. Wicked Crafter, thank you so much for the super chat. His mom was legally liable for how her internet was used. For fuck's sake. He is an ingrate. Thank you so much for the super chat. I mean, I don't know about that. I don't know the legality of anything like that, but it sounds good for sure. Thank you, Wicked Crafter. I appreciate you.
likability that he's the one who did it. Out of all of those names that Yaba
Hey,
listed,
why are you picking on me? I didn't do nothing. K-Bun says, I still hold Grift Gang just as accountable. They all helped make sure a whole heck of a lot of people knew where to find it and what it says. That's right, K-Buns. That's a fact. And we've shared the receipts on that. Don't forget, it was Belinda herself is the first one. It could, like, we can't trace all this shit back. Belinda's the first one seen on Twitter directing everybody over to the farms to go see what she had seen. That made her question everything. Oh my God, what is it? What is it now? That's pretty fucking disgusting, Belinda. And then she wants to be fucking holier than thou. And I'm not going to make content out of that. And don't you lie on me. Let me shut up.
in that tweet, who is the
'Cause
most
I do want to get to the part where Ron drags Belinda through the fucking coals, rakes her over the coals, and reminds everybody that Belinda is the one who gave him Callie and Shane's address that he ended up using to commit actual crimes for which he was charged. 2 counts of threatening to commit a crime. Count 1, murder. Count 2, assault. Yeah, he reminds everybody that it was Belinda who gave him that information. Belinda, you going to take the live stream and cry about it? Are you going to play that clip of him lying on you? Are you going to cry and say, you're not going to lie on me, Negs? Oh, no, that's right, because it ain't a lie. You did do that, didn't you, Belinda? That's wild. Principal Todd says, Corbin for prison 2024. No way, Wicked Crafter. Wicked Crafter says, my son pirated a Lil Kim album and I had to get out of losing my internet. Oh, okay, Wicked Crafter. Well, you just so happen to be a subject matter expert. And thank you for sharing that with us. That is good to know. That's good to know. Thank you for that, Wicked Crafter. Thank you for sharing that. And I'm sorry that happened to you. I hope your son learned a lesson. I do. And I hope it did not go down on your permanent record. Very good. Thank you so much for the super chat, hun. It makes me happy when Ron realizes that even after everything, everyone still hates him. And then look, you use the grimace emojis, and when you click on it, it says Amanda. That's the funniest shit ever. Yeah, this is great. I have a good time with you guys over here reviewing Ron's content. Whatever content Ron puts on the internet, and Clara, no matter what platform they put it, whatever public social media, whatever public content the two of them put on social media platforms, I'm going to cover it for and with you, and we are going to have a good time doing it. It is a riot. It is a hoot. I think we all have a good time. Too bad old Beg Lindy. Too bad old Beggy painted herself right out of that corner, didn't she? What are you going to be covering now, Beggy? Let me guess. Me? Fucking loser. Anyway, back to you, Ron. I want to get to Ron snitching on Beg Linda. We're going to crank her up to 1.5.
is fucking likely to
Hey,
have
outspoken. Nice to see you.
called CPS? Negs, fucking obviously.
Really? Really think what? Well, what would be? Well, you got to talk about my motive, right? Surely you're going to talk about a motive. And
And I just gotta say, if Negs called on Yaba and this other unnamed fucking household, what the fuck is wrong with you? Seriously, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why would you do something?
Hey, Peanut, are you watching? This is the other unnamed household. It's Z and Casey. I'm glad you could come into present day with us.
Thing like that.
Dude, she's already convicted me. We're 13 minutes in, and she's already convicted me.
You're not gonna lie on me. You're not gonna lie on me. look at the righteous hand of Ronnie. Look at him. Pinching his little fingers together because he's serious. Did he just say, let me tell you something? I feel like he did, or I feel like I missed at least one. So I'm gonna go ahead and mark it down.
Of all these phone calls. All these
Cry more. Yeah, I need to get both of those. I need to get her crying saying, I think I have it written down, the timestamps. I just haven't done it yet. But yeah, I need to grab the clips of her saying you're not gonna lie on me and also cry more. Oh yeah, see? Oh no, I've got cry more. I don't have you're not gonna lie on me. I'm gonna need to get those anyway. Thank you, WNC Tar Heel. It's not the greatest today. I can't really go from like reading Ron for Filth to, switch over to Beggy like that, all that great, but whatever. I'll work on it.
phone calls. Let me tell you something, you fucking ding dong.
I knew it. Let me tell you something. Should we count it as 3? I'm going to go ahead and count it as 3 because I still feel like I missed one. Let me tell you something.
These phone calls. All these phone calls. Let me tell you.
Fauntleroy says she went full Jimmy Swaggart and you never go full Swaggart.
And she's already convicted me of all these phone calls. All these phone calls. Let me tell you something, you fucking ding dong. I have been battling a disease in my fucking stomach. I don't want any pity points. I don't want none of that. I'm telling you, I've been fucking really sick. Not tragic. I started to be trouble. I got ran away. No, I've been sick. Okay? I've been sick as fuck. And I've been trying to get well. Why would I sit around sick?
Oh, weak Gene Corbin over there. Just sickly. Just been sickly his whole little weak Gene life.
As fuck. A possibility. This shit could kill me, by the way. They get so infected they can have to like remove 8 feet of my intestines. So why would I sit here and be like, well, I'm gonna do the same thing that they did to me because I don't like the way it made my job feel. So why the fuck would I do that?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
They just can't accept that I won't and I haven't.
Right.
It's hard for them to accept because they have done it over and over and over again.
Right.
Yet here you sit, 13 minutes in, already have convicted me of all crimes. Thank God you don't run anything.
Right, Amy, exactly. So he couldn't have done anything because his tummy hurts.
First of all, why would you do something like that at all? And even more so, why would you do something like that at this particular point in time? What the fuck are you thinking? Are you really that much of a self-sabotaging, fucking jealous moron? Because I have some theories and we're going to talk about it. I would love
Lisa says he looks infected.
to hear your guys' opinion on some of my feelings about the situation and the potential motivation behind it.
Where is this hatred coming from is what I want to know. Like, wow, dude, your vitriol is fucking thick.
Yeah, nobody fucking likes you. Yeah. Yeah. So why are you still here, bro? Like we thought you fucked off, back in, when was it? 2020? End of 2020, 2021. You had fucked off. And you come back. You claim you don't make any money doing this. In fact, you have tantrums. You will rage quit. Throw a tantrum and rage quit because you don't make any money doing this. You tell us all the time. So why are you here? Why are you making content for free? Why are you volunteering for us? I mean, some of us appreciate it. I know Belinda used to appreciate it, but she fucked up, I guess. What happened to her? I don't know. Anyway, I appreciate it. I appreciate the content. I do. Outspoken says we haven't forgotten. Belinda said she was on Peanuts panel. Wait, we haven't forgotten. Belinda said when she was on Peanuts panel that she doesn't have a line she won't cross if she thinks someone is going after her friends. And then Peanut dragged her for it. Really? Outspoken? Didn't know that.
To me, this is what I think. If he's the one who did it, I think, like, I've been sitting back and watching. I think that there's a huge fucking possibility that Negs has been sitting back and watching all of this newfound support that DC is getting in her direction. And I think he has been extremely jealous of it. I think.
What do you mean? Jealous of what? Dude, people saw my plight too. Just because people listen, Pina, I know you live in a.
Oh, Principal Todd said if D donates $50 a day, he clears $350 a week. Best Social Security, maybe $370 total. Yeah, but D don't donate $50 a week, and she hasn't for a long time. I don't think he's even got no name in there dropping any. Oh wait, that's right.
world of absolutes, but there are, you say you welcome discourse, you don't. And this is where nuance comes in. You can dislike me, admit that something, and also admit that something that was done to me was wrong. That is fine. I don't understand where this absolute, if you don't like somebody, you have to totally not care if they live or die or any of that shit. Like, that's like, of course there's people that a lot of people share, you know, that they die, right? But you live, you speak in absolutes. Like, you don't know.
Fauntleroy, I'm glad you said that. That reminds me of another screenshot that I got. Hold on. Yes. This is something Clara said in regards to people giving, or in Ron's case, not giving him money. It's even dated, which is, I think, is great, you know. Here we go. Mrs. Corbin, August 21st, 2023. She says, the fact is that very few people will donate to a person smoking pot nonstop while demanding viewers empty their wallets. That is what Clara said about you, Ronaldo. Ain't that something? The fact is that very few people will donate to a person smoking pot nonstop while demanding viewers empty their wallets. Any comment? Ron? Oh, that's right. You can't comment on me. Whatever.
Shit. You're angry at me for some reason. And right here's the link. Jesus Christ. Somebody text Gigi, Belinda, somebody, and tell them to tell their girl to come up here and have a talk with me about this anger. This was 5 days ago, man.
He is fucking seething with envy and fucking jealousy, and he
Why?
can't take it that she's getting all of this newfound support and everybody still fucking hates him. Guess
I don't care. I don't care if people hate me. Why? I can't control it. So why the fuck would I worry about it? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, he cares.
Now, these are the reasons why. I think potentially part of the reason why he may have done this is to rip that support away from DC, because everybody knows she's gonna fucking defend him. Everybody knows that whether he's right or wrong, she's gonna fucking enable his ass, and she's going to make a fool of herself to protect her man. So I think part of his motivation was to do this so that DC would be held guilty by association, and all that newfound fucking support and fair favor would be ripped away from her.
No. Like, wow, calm down, man. Listen.
So Peanut thinks that maybe Ron is once again sabotaging Clara. Crazy. Her what'd she say? Newfound success? I don't know. You guys want to see something else Clara said about Ron? Share this tab instead. Also, look at that. August 21st, 2023, 7:14 a.m. My problem is that I don't give up that easily. And yes, AJ has very bad intentions. He just doesn't understand why I'm mad at AJ and not Tragic. Well, because she's undermining me. He can't accept that. This is personal. And Tragic has done nothing. He's obsessed with Tragic and the bodega. Ooh. He could give a fuck less about me at this point. Yikes. He said he was going to stay out of drama and not communicate privately with anyone. Now he's obsessed with internet bullshit, and none of it is real. He's unbelievably paranoid. AJ sure knew when to strike. She's going to get rid of me. It's obvious. Gosh, Ron, are you going to address that?
People saw things for what they were. That's it. That's all that happened.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you noticed, Peanut, but I have not had a flood of support on my channel or in the realm of tips or anything like that. Okay. I haven't had a surge in views or anything like that. That's because I don't know why, but a lot of people saw the fucking truth and it resonated. It startled them in some cases. And here you are convicting me of things that had. So who called CPS? I mean, the 9 other times, because we already know who called once. Who called 9 other times? You know, I'm pretty sure that it could be anybody, but I know where the calls came from. Sick.
Fail fucking swoop. I think that could be part of the motivation. What do you guys think about that? And also,
angry woman.
Why now? Why would you give Yaba this absolute gift? She's been spending the last week fictionally painting herself the victim, and now you have handed her a fucking gift on a silver platter, and now you have made her an actual victim of your.
No. She plays victim every time CPS comes to her house. She does. She's always a victim, but when they come here, you know, it's funny. why aren't you talking about, see, you're about the truth. You're about logic. You're about all this stuff. So why aren't you saying, you know, okay, they admitted to doing it to him. And if you believe in your heart of hearts that I did it to them, which I did not, then why can't you condemn both things? I didn't hand anybody a gift. What are you talking about?
You're fucking bullshit. And especially after this has been done to you and your household and your child, what the fuck is wrong with you doing this to somebody else?
I appreciate how you try to emotionally manipulate me by throwing that in there. Why is it always got to be like that? Why can't it just be about what I've said? What are you talking about?
Yeah, let's make it be about what you said. Totally. Thank you, Principal Todd, coming in as always with the banger. Oh, wrong one. Hold on. Still a banger. This is what I'm looking for. Ron, quote, listen, there's not a day that goes by that I don't think about what I missed out on with you, and I regret it. I regret it. I mean, look what's happened. Those were words that Ron wrote in a message to Christina Lavalamp last summer. How's that feel, Clara? I have a pretty big channel. If I play such a victim, where's my CPS stream there? Exactly. If my audience doesn't follow me on Twitter or Sam's channel, they don't even know what happened because I didn't talk about it. That's right. Are you going to leave that part out, Ronaldo?
About. You are literally a crazy woman going off about something that I had nothing to do with. Zero, zilch. Like, I don't understand what the fuck is happening here.
You know her kids are not going to be taken away. You're just wasting the time.
I don't want anybody's kids taken away unless they're being neglected and abused. Jesus Christ, that you're giving the speech that I give every time they come to my house. It's a waste of resources. And while they were here, another kid slipped through the cracks. The story is old as time, you know, and here you are, judge, jury, and executioner of your cult.
Child Protective Services. To what? To make yourself look a fool? Rip away any newfound support from your girl who you love so much, right?
Well, what about going online and confessing to doing it? What's your thoughts? What are your thoughts on that? I'm very interested here. Let me post the link again. You know, if anybody wants to come up here and defend Peanut, sure, I'll gladly. I'll debate anybody. I'll debate anybody on their delusion about my reality.
Fucking idiot! What the fuck was you thinking? Moonlight 666 says, "Where's the proof that he did it?" There is no proof yet. There is no proof that he did it. I'm speaking to if he did do it. And
you know, the way you are speaking is that I did. Okay, you're putting a lot of energy into it. You are speaking in absolutes. Is she not speaking in absolutes, or is it just me?
Like I said, I don't know who Belinda is talking about, but Belinda, based on what she knows, because she said that CPS and adult services was called on somebody else, and based on the tweet that he just read, it leads me to believe that Belinda has good reason to believe that it's Negs. There is no solid proof. However, I am speaking to if he did do it. You know what I'm saying? Because I can't understand why he would do it. There's no.
Because I didn't. That's why you don't understand why I would do it. Is because I didn't. Get it?
No good fucking reason to have done this. You made yourself look like a fucking idiot. You handed Jabba.
Okay, I'm gonna, you know, I know what I have and have not done. I'm not here to defend myself against lies. But I also live by the rule that if you see something, you say something, right? And there's a lot of sad situations. Like when I was downtown, I would have people come in and I would like try to find them help, man, if they needed it, you know? Because there's a lot of lost, just misfits of society there, right? Anyway.
An absolute gift on a silver fucking platter.
Yeah, I'm sure I gave her a gift.
What are you doing? What are you thinking?
It ain't that serious to me. It isn't. I've always said, if the problem presents itself in front of me, I will deal with it, okay? I will deal with everything as it comes. But I'm not going to sit around and sweat and worry about things that are completely and entirely out of my control. You know, I've done that my whole life. And now I'm on this new journey of just not worrying, not stressing out, right? And it was an epiphany during a complete, like, full moon meltdown with the stomach disease shit just ripping through my asshole. It was awful.
And another thing, I'm telling you right fucking now, you better never come out your fucking mouth, out of your fucking face, talking about my drug addiction. Never, ever again. The fucking projection, the audacity, the hypocrisy to try and call me an active drug addict when you're out here fucking messing it up actively.
I'm sorry, what? Messing it up. So here we go again, speaking in absolutes of things that there is absolutely zero proof of. There is proof of Hunter Biden smoking crack, weighing out crack, buying crack, illegally buying a firearm, being convicted of it, some reason not in jail, you know, all that stuff. But you know, we'll just make up stuff with old nags, right?
Really? Like, yeah, you better shut the fuck up forevermore in my direction.
Why is she so hostile?
To hear all the disgusting things you said about me and my addiction, and then to come to find out.
I gotta grab that one. That captures the essence of Ronaldo, does it not? Hold on. There we go.
That this motherfucker was using meth?
When? You guys believe that came from old fucking? Yeah, it came from Beaker. Yeah, okay. So, all right. You want to believe? Hey, man, people dish tea. I dish tea, right? Mething it up. Yeah, look at me. I'm the epitome of a meth head.
Fucking nodding out on stream, acting a fucking fool. Like how I was using meth. Fucking nodding out on stream, acting a fucking fool.
I'm using meth and nodding out on stream. Okay, whatever.
Like, how dare you? How dare you?
How dare you? Yeah.
Apocalypse says, read my comments.
Well, I have never.
Did she say he nods out on stream? Did she say that with a straight face and kept it pushing? That's great. Good on you, girl. That cannot be easy to do, you know?
Fallen asleep on my keyboard and caused my friends to panic and think that we thought you were fucking dying. Gigi and I did.
No.
We were very concerned. So like that's gonna be my complaint with you is that you because of your issues, you caused two people who you thought were who I thought I thought you were my friend. You caused us great alarm and distress because what it was too much. Caught up with you, did too much. I mean, like I understand, but like you are getting more and more hostile. The hostility is at an 11.
Hold on, I'm scrolling up.
Sorry, I'll quit pausing so much. I'll just.
Which comment do you want me to look for?
People didn't want a part 2 on the peanut stuff, did they?
Ron always vaguely talks about APS being called on Zeth. Yeah, I mean, listen, I don't know for sure that that's who Belinda's talking about, but that was immediately my first guess as well. Immediately, that was my first guess because I can extrapolate. To me, it's no secret that these particular DMs were released, and then somebody to me that was my first guess as well. I don't know this for sure, but absolutely, Apocalypse Punch, that was my guess as well. I don't know if Belinda will share who she's talking about in that tweet. I don't know if she'll want to, if she'll be able to, but hopefully we'll find out eventually. But absolutely,
why does it matter?
Guess as well.
Why does it matter? Why does it matter? This is all a fight between a couple of white trash dudes from Connorsville, Indiana. Why the fuck do y'all care? I've been trying to talk to the guy. I've been trying to talk to everybody to work shit out or to just be like, all right, that's how you feel. That's how you feel. Whatever. We can agree to shut the fuck up about each other. Whatever.
Ron's always trying to work shit out, talk shit out. You know why? Because Ron fully believes that he can talk and bullshit his way out of literally anything.
Like I will not sit here and let people make up narratives about me without dishing some truth.
You're not gonna lie on me.
That I was entrusted with. I'm sorry, but like once you stick that knife into my back so far that it's poking out the other side, my loyalty to you is out the door. Yeah.
Tenko Pet Dragon says, I don't know what is going on with them really, but I do have an unpopular opinion because I do believe that CPS, DPS only when there's obvious abuse online. But
oh no, KK says, hello, I haven't been here since mods wrongfully blocked my old account a long time ago, but I'm here and salty AF. Now take my money, Sim. KK, so sorry you got wrongfully blocked on your old account. Welcome back and thank you for the super chat, girl. I appreciate you. Glad to have you back.
That's coming. Yeah, I mean, dude, for me, I think it's a different thing when it comes to DPS. But for me, I have a negative opinion of CPS. I really believe that only under the most dangerous of situations should CPS be called because 9 times out of 10, for the child, the devil you know is better than the devil you don't know. If you know anything about, unfortunately, if you know anything about child protective services and the system in general, it's a pretty dangerous situation. Like 90% of the people who go into foster care, like run foster children, they're doing it for a fucking check.
Didn't Ola Lloyd's wife call CPS on her once? I mean, I know she did me. She admitted it. Like a live stream, reported.
And a lot of the times these children end up in more danger and with more trauma coming from a foster house than they would have their own fucking parents' homes. That's unfortunately the fucking facts of reality. So not only is it disgusting to waste these resources, but
so why don't you recognize that those resources help me find my son and go get him and raise him to current time? And then once you talk about those 10 CPS calls, 6 in 2018, 4 last year. Huh? You want to talk about that? You just want to sit here and assume that Negs has done something. That's more romantic, isn't it?
You're so full of shit, dude. You're so full of shit.
This is fucking lame.
For internet beef to potentially put these children in fucking harm's way like that, like it's disgusting. I can't even believe that we have to have these conversations, man.
I've been having this conversation for 7 years, Peanut. And you know what the problem was? Is nobody wanted to listen to me because nobody cared. Nobody cared, and everything I said has come to fruition. People have died. People have taken their own lives. I mean, it's been a fucking nightmarish shit show. And the moment that you tell somebody, "Hey, leave me the fuck alone," right? Like, talk all the shit you want online, but don't leave me the fuck alone. You dig? Because I don't go out and look for shit about me to watch and be like, it's freaking bad.
I genuinely can't. I cannot believe what this fucking place has turned into. The shit that these people fucking engage in.
You are screaming that I did something that I did not do, but try to say that it's an opinion by speaking in absolutes.
Willy-nilly too. Amazing. They love it. Hee. They love it so much until it's fucking done to them. Until CPS or the cops or whatever is called on their fucking household.
Well, I've had 4 CPS calls and a wellness check. You know, all of these talks lasted like from, I don't know, 5 minutes.
What a cry baby bitch. Okay, well, listen, look at this clip that I found in my screenshots or in my screen recordings. Listen to this shit.
It's interesting, Yaba, because I happen to know this.
Let me back her up. Can you guys hear it? See it? You should. Okay, this is from like May of last year.
It came with the house. And it's interesting, Yaba, because I happen to know that somebody has driven by your house twice. It's not me, and it's not Negs, and I'm not going to tell you who it is. I guess the camera didn't pick it up, huh? You know, it's amazing when you spend years of your life.
Oh, what was that?
It came with the house. And it's interesting, Yaba, because I happen to know that somebody has driven by your house twice. It's not me, and it's not Negs, and I'm not going to tell you who it is. I guess the camera didn't pick it up, huh? You know, it's amazing when you spend years of your life. It came with the house. And it's interesting, Yaba, because I happen to know that somebody has driven by your house twice. It's not me, and it's not Negs, and I'm not going to tell you who it is.
You don't need to tell us who it is. We know. Hold on. I lost audio. Let me fix it. We are just burning it up today, kids. There we
Is there
go.
another one you want me to read?
Tell me what to do, motherfucker.
Oh, I read it, dude. I think I read it. Turn Girl says, it's a crap system. That is why I said only when obvious.
Drama B says, who do they get to drive by? Billy Fulton, aka Arabia, that fucking loser.
It's abuse. Sorry, I have some grammar. Yeah, no, I agree with you. I agree with you. I was reiterating my own opinions because they're very similar to yours. It's super fucking. This system is so fucking flawed. It leads me to believe that these people are either cruel, fucking unusual fucking animals that don't give a fuck about.
You hear that? So I guess if you know, by chance happen to be a person who went on the internet and said that you did call on somebody, everything Peanut just said is describing you. And I agree with her with
To
that.
believe that these people are either cruel, fucking unusual fucking animals that don't give a fuck about the safety or well-being of these children, or they're genuinely ignorant to the horrors of the system in general. I don't know which. Maybe it's a little bit of fucking both.
Yeah.
Dropfoot says it's kind
Exactly.
of will never change. No, he never will. And I've got to say, like, I know.
No, here's the problem: is nobody wants to give anyone, and not just me, but anyone, a chance, right? I don't need the internet's approval. All I care about are the people in my real life and the changes that I am actively making that will enrich in their lives and make them happier, right? I don't give a fuck what like all these dickheads on here think, or some toothless, chain smoking, fucking haggard ass looking motherfucker. I don't care what anybody thinks. Because it's out of my control. You see the theme here? I cannot control what people think. I can't control what people feel, and I can't control what people do.
Seen a lot of people, the audience specifically, begin to give DC Media Girl a lot of grace as of recent. And the truth is as much as I wish that she was a different person, she's fucking not. She may be one of the most dangerous people of all because of the way she's willing to enable and fucking lie for Negs.
You can't say that. And
Yep, look at that. Alex Glitter says ATX told me that she was going to do that. She said she was going to send me pictures of Yaba and Sam when she got them from Arabia. Isn't that some sick shit going on over there? And don't forget ATX's Grift Gang for sure. The Guppy 222, they drove by to see how the other half lives. Good Guppy, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate you.
if she's the most dangerous person, why would you even be talking about her? That's what I'm talking. You see what I'm saying? It is you. No, Peanut, it is you and these other women who are harmless. But you just labeling somebody.
Did they pay her to do that? Of course they did. Remember when Arabia was getting evicted from her that apartment she was living in? And then suddenly she was able to pay a chunk of money and get the eviction held off for a couple of months, but she ultimately was evicted. None of my business anyway. Yep. That was around exactly the same time that Clara was saying that, and I can prove that. Wicked Crafter, thank you so much for the super chat. How can I prove that? Because I can tell you when that clip was of Clara saying that, and then of course the eviction record. Wicked Crafter, thank you for the super chat. Hurt people may hurt people, but broken people only try to break people. They're all broken AF. Oh, Wicked Crafter, thank you for the super chat. Such a profound message.
Somebody is dangerous and then running your mouth about them. That's not how it works. When somebody's dangerous, you don't run your mouth out. You don't even persona non grata, baby.
Like, she's fucking dangerous. Negs is fucking dangerous.
No, I'm not.
Oh, ha! You hear that? He always fucking runs his mouth and just gives everything away.
You just labeling somebody as dangerous and then running your mouth about them. That's not how it works. When somebody's dangerous, you don't run your mouth out. You don't even persona non grata, baby.
Like, she's fucking
Really?
dangerous.
Is that
Negs
why you're persona non grata about Sam and Yaba all of a sudden? You and Clara over there? Is that your strategy?
fucking dangerous.
No, I'm not.
I will never understand what DC Media Girl has purposely gotten herself into and why. Like, are you really that fucking lonely? Are you that desperate? You're a smart, educated, successful woman. What the fuck are you doing? The fuck are you thinking?
Damn.
He has used you.
Jealous?
He has used
I have?
fucking abused your kindness and generosity.
Really?
Yeah, Negs calls himself the most dangerous man on the internet.
What are you
Have I?
doing, man?
Can you cite some examples because we've got a lot of things that you're saying that
Ophelia, don't go bother going back because I'm about to have to end it here in a minute anyway, and then you can just be on the replay gang, really.
just there's no proof to, you know.
God. Yeah, it's been disgusting for me to sit back and watch Barnacles.
I am glad that here, let's switch this up because she does. I keep forgetting that she does the I'm gonna put your thing on the screen. Let's see here. Yeah, that's what we all want to know. Why you got arrested for stealing your own credit card and car. The grace for DC and Negs is headache inducing. Not for me. Not for me because, and I haven't taken it for granted one bit. It just allowed me to really just kind of like be like, cool, great. People know. And I go back to my life, dude. I work a lot. How many times did I tweet? What? Twice a day? Maybe once, twice, promote something. I don't know. I'm about making money. I'm about making enemies. But nobody gives anybody a chance. One, I don't need to manipulate anybody or have people go out and do dirty work. I don't have to make calls. I don't have to do any of this stuff. I don't have to. All I gotta do is fire this up, speak, debunk everything you say, throw your truth in your face, and that's all it takes. Listen to you. Oops, sorry.
Trickle says the grace for DC and Negs is headache inducing. Laugh my ass off. Now I have always been extremely fair.
No, you haven't. No.
Drama B, thank you so much for the super chat. Just so Ron can hear you say thanks for the super chat. I appreciate you, Drama B. Yeah. Thanks for the super chat.
You haven't.
But I'm fair because I'm fair to fucking everybody.
You are not fair. You screamed for the first 20 minutes about how I made a call that I did not make, making an accusation that you have no proof of. That is the opposite of what you're about. You're about the truth. If you don't have the full truth, you shouldn't be discussing it until you have it.
If somebody is wronged, if somebody is lied about, I'm always going to acknowledge that fact. However, there is a huge difference between acknowledging that somebody has been wronged and pretending like this person is not who they've always fucking been.
Did you call out any of the stalking or the CPS calls last year? Did you do that? I don't recall a stream of you saying, "Hey, that's wrong." If you did, great.
I've seen the audience specifically begin to give way too much grace in the direction of these fucking miscreants who don't deserve this grace.
Wow. Okay, one in the chat
really hurt his feelings.
If she is just jealous.
I am all about second, third, million fucking chances.
No, you're not.
No,
Only
you're not. If somebody is actively making change and trying to better themselves.
I'm going to play some of this to my therapist next in 2 weeks. And
I know it. He said he's going to play it for his therapist. Girly Pop, thank you so much for gifting 5 Samantha Jean memberships. Shake him out of the tree. Lyra, Nicole, Sunflower, Facey, and Jamie Reed's 2020. Welcome. Welcome, new members. Thank you so much, Girly Pop. I appreciate you, girl. My therapy.
And just ask her what she thinks about you making demands of how people feel about stuff.
You know what I mean? That's all that matters. That's all it's about.
Okay, sweet.
No one cares. Says I just came in. Did I miss the receipts of Negs doing this? No, there is no.
No, there are no receipts.
Receipts yet. All that.
Listen.
No one cares. Says I just came in. Did I miss the receipts of Negs doing this? No, there is no receipts yet.
And here we are 5 days later, almost 6 days later. There's still no receipts. Man, why would that be? I wonder.
All that I read, I'm talking about if Negs is the one who did this. Belinda made a tweet. I'll put it on screen because you didn't see it. Belinda made a tweet that said, hold on, let me find it again. Belinda made a tweet that said, I shouldn't have said Yob and Sam didn't have anyone calling them. I should have said it wasn't Grift Gang because I know for a fact that CPS and Adult Protective Services ended up at someone else's house too. It's why I don't fuck with Negs. This is how I'm taking her tweet. I think Belinda is aware of somebody that has also had CPS called on them and Adult Protective Services. And what it looks like to me, if my guess is correct, that these two things line up.
Okay.
That's so dumb.
I'm going to do this in the best way I can, the best way possible. When you found Callie and Shane's address, you sent it to me.
Oh, he's talking to Belinda, guys. He's talking to Belinda. Listen.
These two things line up.
Okay. I'm going to do this in the best way I can, the best way possible. When you found Callie and Shane's address, you sent it to me. Okay. So again, don't be a hypocrite. All right. Because that's why you don't fuck with me is because what? Because I didn't do something. I didn't do something. Okay.
Something that you might not know if you were not watching this live last night. That's why we are here to cover it. So you guys know everything. Get all the information and details. Ron is 48 minutes into this live stream. He went for a total of 1 hour and 16 minutes. Clara was not in his chat at all last night because Clara does not want to lose the new support that she has in her alliance with Beg Linda and the fan fiction farmer friends.
gang because I know for a fact that CPS and Adult Protective Services ended up at someone else's house too. It's why I don't fuck with negs. This is how I'm taking her tweet. I think Belinda is aware of somebody that has also had CPS called on them and Adult Protective Services, and what it looks like to me, if my guess is correct, that these two things line.
Okay. I'm going to do this in the best way I can, the best way possible.
It's for you, Belinda. This is why Clara wasn't in chat. Ooh, has Clara been chatty at all today? Anywhere else on the internet? Or are they hunkering down and laying low and trying to strategize and figure shit out?
When you found Callie and Shane's address, you sent it to me. Okay. So again, don't be a hypocrite.
Don't be a hypocrite, Belinda. So these were the tweets that Belinda posted while I was live the other day telling you guys that DCS had come to our house again. Ain't nobody called CPS on them, bitch. Show it, which I did. I played part of, I showed a screenshot between us and the DCS worker. Hey, Cancer Warrior, nice to see you. And then here is the second tweet she threw out there, pointing the finger directly at Negs. Who else pointed the finger directly at Ron? Zeth, whatever his name is. Do you guys hear Paul harassing me? I'm gonna have to go in a minute because I'm being harassed by literally a bunch of animals. Ooh, what did Belinda send you Callie and Shane's address for? You know, Belinda probably could have been charged in that whole debacle as well. Talking about Z. Z was lying on Ron, so Ron told the truth on him. How very messy. Ron is muted again? Dang it. Hold on. Okay, I gotta slow down with the screen sharing because that's why it keeps messing up. Sorry, I'll bob it back. Don't you worry. Bop, 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 bop.
Fuck with me is because you assume that I made a call. You assume. You guys need to stop assuming. Okay. When old boy decided to whatever he did on the way out over a 9-volt battery, a lot of shit came out because he was lying about me. So I just told the truth about him.
Enough, and that the evidence points in Negs' direction. That's what it looks like to me.
What evidence? What evidence? I have a beef with somebody, and people show up at their house, and suddenly I'm suspect number one. I mean, yeah, I could see, because if I was out lying about somebody, trying to ruin their reputation, the fuck was that? Trying to ruin their reputation, trying to ruin their business. Yeah, I mean, like I would assume that they were the person that did the bad thing too.
Yeah, like you did to Yaba. Remember back in 2020 when you were doing all that shit and slandering the business, and we had to call your mommy. Yeah, he admitted it.
I have a beef with somebody,
and that the evidence points in Negs' direction. That's what it looks like to me.
What evidence? What evidence? I have a beef with somebody, and people show up at their house, and suddenly I'm suspect number one. I mean, yeah, I could see, because if I was out lying about somebody, trying to ruin their reputation, the fuck was that? Trying to ruin their reputation, trying to ruin their business. Yeah, I mean, like I would assume that they were the person that did the bad thing too. It's called paranoia, man. But when you think that nobody notices, the whole world does.
Yelling about what I'm screaming about is if it does turn out that Negs is the one who fucking called. I'm talking about what would the intentions be, what a huge mistake it would be, what the fuck is going on? Is DC Media Girl going to sit by and support it? Is she going to defend it? I'm talking about the ifs, the why.
Is DC Media Girl going to sit by and support it? Is she going to defend it? Excellent questions. Hey, Sasha. Malarkey, can someone tell me why Belinda is now friends with Negs' girlfriend and way behind and what's been going on? Yeah, Malarkey. Clara and Belinda are definitely friends again. Ron, did you know that Ron and Gigi have buried the hatchet and they're friends again? Mm-hmm. As Sam would say, no one cares about Aziz. Everything points back to Negs, yet even with proof, he's denying it. It's like Scott Peterson saying he didn't off Lacey, even though everything points to him.
Eyes, the where's, the who's.
Dude, you are on
But
a.
no, there is no evidence as of yet.
So
you
not
know?
because it never
So
happened.
Bella says, I think Belinda knows. I think Belinda knows is being intentionally vague. She has a reason for what she says. I think you're right. I think you're absolutely right. That's why I'm making sure to be careful of my language, and I am. I'm saying it.
Look, I think Belinda is being intentionally vague. She has a reason for what she says, does she? Of course she does. It's called an agenda. It's called a narrative. Who are you? Who is this Sylvale 2002? Who the hell are you, you weirdo?
If we're not going to just say, oh, it's definite that Negs did this. We're going to wait. We're going to talk about if it was him. But we're going to wait to make our actual judgment until we have more information.
6 days later, what do you got? You got nothing. Have you even seen a paper from them about the call? You always receive a piece of paper. You always get something. You always get a prize at the end of the conversation.
As you do, as you should, always. Tommy R says, is Yaba is lying?
Oh, I'll have a piece of paper and there will be a prize at the end of the conversation. I'm happy to give you all an update on the DCS report from last week. There was no investigation and it was, how did she put it? Oh, she said she had it completely dismissed and that it should have been screened out, is what she said. So I guess after all the attorneys spoke and, all of that, whatever it is they all talked about, I don't know. Yeah. So, but we're going to be getting our paper, at the end for sure. No, it wasn't even unsubstantiated. It literally was it was just taken back out of the system. So when you call DCS and you make a report, the call taker is the initial screener, and they either screen the call in and in fact, what's it called? Hold on. Okay, so the decision will either be to screen in, which means that the initial call taker has screened it and they're going to put it in for a referral for investigation, or it's screened out, in which case the initial call taker has determined that it's not a legitimate report and it'll be screened out and not forwarded for investigation. So the DCS worker said that after they spoke with the attorneys and they, I guess looked at everything, and especially the fact that there was previous call history just like this, she said it should have been screened out. It never should have been screened in to begin with. So she basically had it just taken back out of the system and screened out. So there's no record of any legitimate complaint having been screened in and investigated. So we did not get a safety plan. There will be no paper saying that on this date we investigated this family for these accusations and they were found to be unsubstantiated, because it didn't go any further. And it won't in the future. So, I mean, please, by all means, continue to make the calls. But at this point, basically, I think basically, if the words YouTube or whatever are included in a report on this family, they will be automatically screened out. So do what you got to do. But yeah.
Lying about the call. Now, Tommy, it's so interesting that you said that, because I've had conversations with people that think that could definitely be a possibility. There are conversations being had, because here's what we do know. We do
Why aren't you discussing that then? You're here screaming, literally screaming about me.
know that this one person has been called. This is a fact. This is the one that's
Guys, share this. Get it out there on Twitter, everywhere.
It's a possibility.
Community
that
tab
maybe
posts,
Yaba
whatever. I don't care.
learned of this other CPS call and decided to use it to their advantage and run with this narrative as a result of the association. So that's definitely a possibility. Although, my personal opinion, I don't think they're lying. I don't think they're lying in this situation. There's too many coincidences. And again, like I said, when we're talking about Negs, if we're talking about Negs, he doesn't deserve any grace.
Jesus Christ. I was sick. Let me repeat that to you. I was sick for 10 days, okay? I drink all this fucking shit, get a CAT scan. I can't eat, but breakfast.
Lisa Simpson, yes. So if Negs really did have CPS visit him 10 times and none of those times were screened out, guess that means they found reason to investigate. That would be the conclusion I would come to, I imagine. Very good. Thank you so much for the super chat. Very good. Has a question. Wants to know, how's your safety plan going, Ron? I think the safety plan is definitely going. I think that him attending and participating in therapy, again, is it? No, it's not. I think that the safety plan included him cooperating with evaluations and therapy.
And that's it. That's all I can eat for the rest of the day. Well,
Thanks,
sometimes at
very
night
good.
I a bunch of stupid shit, but I've been miserable. Okay, I've been fucking miserable and concerned about my health. Right, I'm 47 and I'm concerned about cancer and different shit like that. Right, and no, the last thing I need is a married lesbian couple stalking.
Murphy Smith says, if he can't eat, why does he look pregnant? That's a really good question, Murphy Smith. Why does it have to be a married lesbian couple? Why are we specifying this? I thought you were persona non grata and not going to talk about us so you could prove some sort of point.
Last thing I need is a married lesbian couple stalking, logging, lying, using services, playing victim to deflect from another lie. I'm not, and then try to put all of that on me. That's not my crown of shit to wear. That's their crown of shit to wear. I don't want it anymore. I'm not going to tolerate it anymore because I'm trying, Peanut. Listen, I am moving in the right direction. It's a slow process, but you say I don't deserve any grace. Well, here's what's going to happen is I'm going to get better and I'm going to be bigger and better than any of you. Right? And then I will come on here with my buddies, with our little production company, and we will blow you all away with money. We'll blow you all away with views, and we will blow you off of the platform with the truth.
And there's too many coincidences all in a row. You know what I'm saying? Too much has happened all together at the same time. Like, I'm sorry, but I don't believe in coincidences like that. It just doesn't. Stephanie says Tragic would do this in a heartbeat to cause chaos. Absolutely, Stephanie, you're absolutely right. And other people have thrown that theory as well. However, I think we will see a different picture if and when we learn a more well-rounded version of the story. I think the biggest part of the story is the ambiguous person that Belinda is talking about in that tweet. I think once we learn who it is and the timeline of events, I think the picture will become more clear.
You've already made your mind up, though. You've already said I don't get any grace. That is concerning, man, because that is like some real fascist shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't get any grace. I don't get any grace. I don't need a pat on the back for doing what I should have done 20 years ago, right? But I'm doing it.
But I'm doing it now. Busted Can of Biscuits, thank you so much for being a member for 9 months. Forever Basic Betty. There's the line I was waiting for. Money Ron. Oh, I had to step away. I don't know what you're talking about. What do you say? Thank you so much for the support, Busted Can of Biscuits.
And I'm making a discernible effort to be better for my family. Not I mean, like, this I'll be more entertaining, less stressed out.
You're back, WNC. Sorry about that.
Blah, blah, blah. But sitting here listening to you scream. I mean, you're shouting. You're fucking shouting. Mods, can you nuke that one right there?
I think that was when Gothic Glitter went in chat and she got thrown out. Look at Anna Nicole. Yabba and Sam accused her friends as well as Foodie Beauty and others for her false CPS call. Who is she talking about? So I guess we should run with that without proof, right, Peanut? I don't know what she's talking about.
Unless she wants to come up here and
Anna
tell me.
Nicole, who the fuck are you? Could you go away? Could you just, maybe talk about something and someone else? I just don't have the time, the effort, the energy, or the desire to have to figure out who the fuck you are, ma'am.
She's okay with never mind. We talked about it last night. It just makes you a disgusting person. Anyway.
I think, because this is what I think. I think once we learned who Yab was talking, shit,
Disgusting.
Belinda, I'm so sorry. I always mix their names up when I'm talking fast. I'm so sorry, Belinda. But I genuinely think that once we learn who Belinda's talking about, I think we will learn that it is almost near impossible for Tragic to have guessed some of the things that were said.
Is she really saying that you said it was Foodie Beauty? Yeah, put the cleaning chemicals down, Anna Nicole.
Let's see here. Yabba and Sam accused their friends Foodie Beauty, blah, blah, blah. Casey stated.
He didn't even read it. As soon as he got past the accused Foodie Beauty, he said blah, 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 and went on to the next one. Anna Nicole, you're embarrassing.
The call about them was 2 weeks before Yabba and Sam and the caller didn't know names or personal
Oh,
details.
yeah, look at this bullshit.
Stated the call about them was 2 weeks before Yabba and Sam and the caller didn't know names or personal details, and she stated she didn't think it was Negs. Yeah, because it wasn't.
Yeah. So don't you think that if somebody called something in to CPS and the caller didn't know anyone's names or any details, do you think that is a call that would have been screened out or screened in? Let's just use a little bit of common sense, shall we?
You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, man, this is like if I got a punch card for every time I've been accused of this, the only reason I'm accused of this is because these motherfuckers do so much. They're paranoid. They're fucking paranoid.
And lot
Yeah,
do.
we're
I
paranoid.
think it's pretty
Yeah,
improbable that it
okay.
was tragic under these particular circumstances. AKA's, your channel next says, what if it was Sam anonymously called CPS on her own house just to garner sympathy? I mean, dude, that would be so fucking crazy. That would be so crazy. I would hope
That is the most ridiculous shit I've ever heard. Is that Sergio saying that shit? Sir. Another one. I can't be bothered. I cannot be bothered with Sergio.
that Sam would not be that sinister and fucked up. Because, listen, you get the wrong CPS officer, you get the wrong person at the wrong time.
You get the wrong person. Sergio, you fucking wish, dude. Fuck off. Listen, this one, we're keeping the pressure on about this one. All right. We're gonna get to the bottom of this one. Sergio. Fucking Sergio.
Your kid could be taken away for the stupid.
Well, from what I understand, they let them in and give them Rice Krispie squares and coffee, and they'll have a good time and hang out, and the kids play, and it's like a big event, right? But now cooperation is stopped.
You fucking A right. Yeah. See, when parents are contacted by DCS and DCS says, hey, we got a report alleging X, Y, and Z. We need to come see you and your kids. And we say no. The parent says, no, you're not going to talk to the kids. And then DCS response says, well, we can just go talk to them at school. Would that be all right? And you're like, no, we're not doing that either. Then they're like, well, here's the thing. If you don't cooperate, then we have to go get a court order. And we're like, okay, you do that. Make sure you let our attorney know when that hearing is going to be. Then everything just kind of comes to a grinding halt, right? And then higher up people at DCS have to get involved to decide if they're going to drag everyone in front of a judge, and then the attorneys get involved, and then see how things like on this particular DCS call really fucking escalated, Ron Corbin. Not like the others. One of these things is not like the others, But yeah, that's right, Sergio. You go ahead. You go around. You shop that idea around that I called DCS on my own family and made allegations of domestic violence and child sexual assault against my own stepchildren. You go ahead. You do that, Sergio. You and your friends.
So when I don't cooperate with them, people ask why. I don't cooperate with the government because the government does not have a say in my life. Okay. No warrant, no entry, right? It's not, oh, come on in and sit down. It's like, you're a fucking stranger, yo.
Stupid as a fucking reasons. I would hope that Sam would never put those children on the line. Just
He does think it's your fault he's not YouTube famous. Yeah, he thinks you took everything from him. All the success he deserved.
She already has in the past.
No, I haven't. No one has ever even accused me of having called CPS on Yaba, not even back in 2018 when you did. Nice try, though. Just like Pete Buttigieg has never had a EPO on me, you freak. Oh, and for those of you who are just worrying your pretty little heads about whether or not Pete Buttigieg has ever taken an order of protection out on me, the answer is no. All right.
She already has in the past.
internet fucking asspats. Jargo says Sam would 100% do that. I would so hope not. It's so hard for me to believe. I know we're talking about Sam here,
Wow.
but it's so hard for me to believe that a mother would do it, that an adult, that a woman would be willing to put children in potential danger like that.
Okay, so explain anything that's been done to, basically torment my kid. Why? What was the point?
The only one who can give an explanation for that is you, Ron, because you're the only one who torments your kid. You torment your kid. Look at Jag Girl. By the way, Jag Girl's name is on the fucking list because Jag Girl used to be in here with us, used to be a supporter, used to be part of our chat. Now look what Jag Girl. Sam would 100% do that. Really? Jag Girl? Okay. Well, I'm not going to change your fucking mind. Yeah, if your kid is being tormented, Ron, why are you still here for free? Voluntarily giving us content so we can make money off of it over here. You ain't getting shit. Why do you do that? That's a question your therapist should be asking you, really. Chat Girl's been on the list. They used to be in our chat, and then they went with the Griff Gang back in December, and now look at her. Sam would 100% do that. Oh, I guess we're going to find out, aren't we, Chat Girl? We'll come back around to you.
Point. What was it supposed to accomplish?
Sam says, I highly doubt it exists. Sam, that's exactly who I think it is. That's exactly who the fuck I think it is. Although I'm not sure. But the moment that I read Belinda's tweet, that was my first thought. Absolutely.
It's Zeth. Tooth if you're nasty.
That was my
What, Sama doesn't know? Has Sama been under the same rock as Peanut? They've been said it was Zeth. What the fuck?
first thought. And if that is who it is, then it all comes into, like, it would be too much of a coincidence. Like, it's no coincidence that this all happened.
Look at Peanut. She's like, oh my God, if it is Zeth who had DCPS and APS called on them, that is, yeah, that did too much of a coincidence. They don't look at that. Belinda's pointing the finger at Ron. Peanut's pointing the finger at Ron. Literally everybody's pointing the finger at Ron. Why is that, Ron? We can't all be wrong, can we?
Very soon after those DMs were dropped, where Zeeth lets the whole world fucking know that that Ned was using meth and copping drugs and hiding it from DC and all of this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Well, hey, listen, that shit was none of anybody's business, but I ain't worried about what he released about me because,
the nerve of you saying anything in your life is nobody's business after the shit that you pulled on us. Are you kidding me? Oh, so you mean to tell me that the sexual assault of a 4-year-old girl is everyone's business? That's what Belinda decided. Remember, Belinda said, people deserve to know what really happened. Really? Who's people? And why does any people on the internet deserve to know anything about what happened to that little girl? What the fuck is wrong with you, Belinda? You fucking freak. Boy, that really backfired on you spectacularly, didn't it, Belinda? Where the fuck is Belinda these days? What happened, Belinda? That's too bad.
if I'll say it, there's nothing in there that indicates meth. But what he did was he completely doxed and put somebody on Front Street that he shouldn't have, right? There are codes and circles, man. And in his pettiness, he didn't think to hide the dude's identity.
So Ron went and snitched on him.
And I let the dude know.
Oh, she's falling in line for the farmers and standing down. Of course she is. Well, lucky for Snifford and Husseth, that'll give her plenty of time on her hands to help them with their discovery.
I did. I was like, look what this dude did. It was on Twitter. It's everywhere. I'm like, thousands of people have seen it. I didn't do it. I told him who did. And this individual will not have a man-to-man adult conversation with anyone.
Oh, snitching ass Ron.
No, I mean, Sam, that's what I think. That is genuinely what I think. That Amber Chick says, it wouldn't shock me at this point, not with either of them, honestly. Sam and Ned are two brothers. Like, yes, Amber Chick, I couldn't agree more. They are absolutely the same. They are the same type of beast. I've said this from day one. They are literally
that Amber Chick used to be over here too.
Mirror images of one another.
I have never written an obituary about a pedophile and put his victim's name in it next to his. You know what I'm saying? And
that's what he sounds like.
We are not too.
Oh yeah, just like he snitched in the robbery case. Tell us more about codes and honor among thieves, Ron. Chantel's uncontrolled type 2 is it in yet? Scott Mempine says, "Wherefore art thou beggeth?" Oh, that's a banger. I'm putting it on the board. Here I come. Where is it? There we go. Lace front. Lace front, lace front, lace front. That's what I titled that one. Lace front. Jesus, I'm fucking funny.
Two birds of a feather. That's
down to the way they fucking met their mates. Look at the way they came together, y'all. Like
I didn't stalk and harass and blah 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 blah. That was Isaac.
Okay, I've had enough. I really have. I've been here too long. I got to get going. Thank you all for being here with me today. That was fun. So much fun. Who knows? Maybe me and Yaba will do a bonus stream later this evening. You never know. Maybe that would be fun, wouldn't it? I'll talk to her. We'll see. We'll see what we have on the schedule. So yeah, until next time. If we don't see you guys again though, before Monday, have a happy holiday weekend. Monday's Labor Day, right? Have a happy and safe holiday weekend.
No, fuck you. If you are going to accuse somebody of something serious, then you goddamn well better have proof.
Hey, Keisha.